Good evening and welcome from the Historic Stafford House in Paintsville, Kentucky. I'm Jeremiah Parsons, the Director of Tourism for the City of Paintsville. I'm joined tonight by Rob and John and Heather with Ghost Hunter Guys. We are here doing a paranormal investigation. We're inviting you to come along and join us for an hour or so. We're going to be here most of the evening, but you all will get to see what a paranormal investigation is and kind of the work that they do. So if you will come with us, we're going to take you inside the house and get started. Again, we're at the Stafford House in downtown Paintsville. Come on in. All right, so we are in the family parlor room, or the formal entertaining room here at the Stafford House. The Staffords were a prominent family here in Paintsville. They own most of this section of Paintsville, known as the South side of Paintsville. For many years they were here. This house was occupied until the 1970s. Paintsville Tourism's operated it now for the last 10 years or so, and we have lots of different uses for the house. We have different people that come in and use the house for different functions. But tonight we are here talking about paranormal activity. Is there paranormal activity at the Stafford House or is there not? Is it just a figment of our imaginations? We don't know. We'll see. We'll tell you that over the years there's been multiple claims of different types of paranormal activities. Everything from items moving in the house to sounds, to lights turning off and on, to voices being heard in the house, doors opening and closing. So it's a little bit of a mystery that's here. So we want to look tonight to set out to see what is here. Is it paranormal activity? Is it a coincidence? We don't know, but hopefully we'll have some activity. Now, I will warn you that not always do you have paranormal activity, but tonight, hopefully we will. The last 3 weekends, they've had paranormal ghost hunts here, and they've had activity each of those 3 weekends. So hopefully tonight, it being Halloween, we will have some activity as well. Now I want to talk a little bit about the history of the house and where we are. We're inside of the family's formal entertaining room. This is a picture of F.M. Stafford and his wife. This would have been the room that you would have come to when the family was here and they were entertaining folks. This is a formal Victorian style room. As you can see, there's an alcove there with the picture. There are items throughout the house that you'll see as well. Some things are original. For example, this trunk is original to the house and the family. So that's a piece that is interesting. We believe this organ to be original to the house as well. So those are interesting. Other pieces in the house are replicas or reproductions along the way. So it's interesting to see why those original pieces are there, because sometimes you can have some activity around original pieces. This portion of the house dates back to around 1866 to 1868. This house is on the National Historic Registry. It also has a holly tree that's out front that was planted the first year of the Civil War. That tree is still out there. It's not been touched since that time. So it's kind of interesting to see that that tree and then the house is here. House has served many purposes over the years, served a lot of the Stafford family, and now it serves the greater community that's here. So we've got lots of activities for you tonight. We're going to little disclaimer, there's nothing set up in the house, except we do have some dolls that are in the house. These are regular porcelain dolls that have been acquired from antique stores and passed down through generations. None have any connection with the house, but we do have them set around, so you may see those tonight. But again, there's no activity that has been orchestrated tonight, so I want you to know about that. We're going to have some limited space. We're going to be here in the parlor, and we're going to go to the hot spots in the house. So let's transition over to the family sitting room, and we'll walk across the hall here. You'll see a little difference once we get over here. So we'll come in, you'll notice that there's a difference in this room, difference in the color of the wood and the aesthetic in this room. This is an original dress that was owned by one of the Staffords with a diary. This diary that's over here, if you want to come a little closer, this diary dates back to 1907. And so that dress is here. There's a picture in the top right-hand corner of her in the dress. It was a wedding dress. We have that here in the house. Some things over here as well. We have another dress. It's a child's dress with boots, and then there's a picture of the child in that. That is original to the house. The family did leave that for us. So it's interesting to have those. And then I want to note and point out one of the dolls that are sitting here on the couch. It's just right here. Again, these are just porcelain dolls that are up, just decorated. There's nothing with them. We just have them out to see if we get any activity tonight. Now, some activity we want to talk about. Activity in this particular room. There's been lots of smells in this particular room. Smells of tobacco pipe or like a sweet floral fragrancy type thing when we have people in here. So you do get some activity in this room. Again, we're going to go through the Stafford House, give a little bit of the history as we go through, and then we'll turn it over to John and Rob and Heather, and they'll do the activities, the paranormal investigation tonight. So whether you believe or you don't believe, that's up to you. We're going to see what we find tonight in the house. I will note right now that the house is available for rent. If you have an event that you want to do or you want to come do your own investigation, you can talk to us at Paintsville Tourism. We'll be more than happy to arrange that for you all. Let's go down the hallway, and actually we're going to go up the stairs is where we're going to the 2 bedrooms upstairs. Again, the front portion of the house was built around 1860s, so we'll go up the stairs to the top portion. Follow along. Come into this room. This is the tan bedroom, we call it. We have a tan room and a blue room. Notice that on the wall over here is a picture. This is the dress that you saw downstairs. It is May's dress that is downstairs, and it's a painting that we have. Now this room here has lots of activity. All the time when we have folks in here, there's always some sort of activity that's going on. I will note for those that are paranormal investigators that there are 3 mirrors in this room. 2 of them are directly across from each other, and we did not know that in the beginning. Tons of activity. They'll use a REM pod later, and John and Rob will talk to you about what a REM pod is and what they do. We had that set up on the bed, and there was activity here before with the REM pod, so that was very interesting. Lots of other unique things, and I don't want to steal any of their thunder, but they'll talk about that in just a bit as well. Come on over. We come into what we call the blue room. This room here is another room inside. Here there are 3 mirrors in this room, but this room here is another room inside. Here there are 3 mirrors in this room, but this room here is another room inside. Here there are 3 mirrors in this room, but this room here is another room inside. Here there are 3 mirrors in this room, but they are facing each other. There's less activity in this room than has been. Turn the light out, walk to the other room, turn the light out, this light's back on. That happened 3 times. Finally, one night I said, I'm turning the light off, we are going home. It's time for us to leave for the night. So that's just an interesting fact. Is it haunted? I don't know. I'll tell you, there's lots of times that I'm the only human here, but I am never alone in the Stafford House. Never. Lots of things here. We've got a unique chair. I want to draw your attention to this rocking chair. We don't know the history behind this piece, but you'll see the ornate decorations with the wood. And then to this rocking chair. We don't know the history behind this piece, but you'll see the ornate decorations with the wood. And there's also been activity with this chair that is interesting to see. And there's also been activity with this chair that is interesting to see. when people are here, the exit came in this room. Air's always a little denser in this room, it feels. Now, we are upstairs, so it could be that that's just the way it is, that you're upstairs and it's a little denser up here. But lots of people report feeling a heaviness on them when they are up in this room. So just, you never know what it may be. Report feeling a heaviness on them when they are up in this room. So just, you never know what it may be. We're going to feel a heaviness on them when they are up in this room. So just, you never know what it may be. We're going to go through and go to the back portion. Watch your step down here as you come through. Gonna walk on through here back to the original portion of the house. So we'll come back. This is the original bedroom. So the original house was built around 1841. It consisted of the family living room downstairs with a fireplace, a kitchen beside of it, and then this bedroom above, and there is servant quarters above the living room over there with a separate outside entrance. This bedroom here has seen lots of activity for us. Again, there's nothing in the room that we know to be original. This is just, there's an air mattress on here. It's an old bed, but it's not necessarily original to the house. So interesting here, but there is lots of activity in the house. So we've got John here is going to talk about what we're going to expect tonight as far as a paranormal investigation. What are we going to do? How are things set up? Talk about some of the equipment.
So hopefully tonight we'll get some communication with the Stafford family, or maybe someone who is not associated with the Stafford family who may just came here and loves this place and wants to stay here and feel safe. We have had some tremendous activity in this room. I've been touched in this room many times. My hood has been pulled off my head. I've never experienced the touching and the hood pull off my head in 16 years that I've been doing this. This is like the second time I've been touched that way. So it was very cool, and I want to experience it again. But if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. That's just how it goes. The equipment that we have here, all it is just basically to let us see the communication between the entity that we hope we're speaking with. This right here is called a paralight. It is just basically to let us see the communication between the entity that we hope we're speaking with. This right here is called a paralight. Basically, that's an EMF meter that turns different colors for the high of the milligas that it goes to. Basically, right now it's on pink, so that's a baseline reading. If it goes to 1, 2, 3, it's basically 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, whatever. It'll go to blue, green, yellow, orange, red. The higher the color, the higher the spike. So that's how we communicate with that. That has hardly ever went off. And this is the place that it's went off at. Mm-hmm. No other places has it. It went off nowhere else, has it?
One spot, dining room downstairs, only once.
I mean, like other locations.
Oh, other locations?
No. That's what I thought.
No, but in this house, the only other spot was the dining room.
Now, we do have motion sensor lights that are set up out there because those have went off before. So we have those set up. And we also are going to set up a laser pin grid, which is neon green. So that way, if we see anything passing through out there, the shadows will block out each section of that laser grid. So that way we'll see it. Mm-hmm. These devices over here, come over here with me. This blue device that you see, we covered a lot of it because it's so bright. This is called the Epoch box. We use this a lot. We get a lot of communication with yes or no, and it's actually helped out a lot. And it's been knocked over before. Of a question that I asked. Heather Elf was here. She's seen that. Yes. Right there you go. I cannot believe that. Says yes right there. So there. Yep. You know. To me, that's a direct answer. I'm sorry, that's just what I believe. Mm-hmm. So this answers yes or no questions. Sometimes it takes a while to respond, but that's direct. I didn't do that, folks. Mm-hmm. I have nothing here to. All this is a flashlight. That's all it is. I'll show you. That's it. Mm-hmm. So this answers yes or no. We'll sit there right there. These devices here that we have are just your basic stuff. The the device here we have, that's a little white screen, that is a tri-field meter. That basically reads in milligauss as well, just like an EMF detector. The higher the spike, the higher the energy. And we do know that the light switch over there has a very high reading for EMF. So that is something that Jeremiah needs to fix. Don't get on him.
So, talk about EMF. What is that measuring?
That is electromagnetic field. Basically, when it puts out an electromagnetic field, the higher it is, it can actually make you feel sick. It can cause dizziness. It can really just mess with your psyche. And
some people are more sensitive to it than others. Some people will barely notice it, if at all. Other people, they'll start getting headaches and feeling sick immediately.
Exactly.
But basically what those devices like that do, if there's any fluctuations in the base EM field, it'll pick up on them. Generally you're looking at 0 to 0.1, maybe 0.2 depending, but you'll notice it especially high around older unshielded electronics.
1.0, 0.7, 0.4, that's never went to that.
Well, that's something spiked it because there shouldn't be any electrical systems.
Can you put your phones down here just to see for giggles? 0.2, 99.6, okay.
Now it's probably picking up the phones there.
Okay.
So that's an example of a spike caused by electronic equipment.
Okay, so we can chalk that up to possible phone.
Sure, and I think I want the viewers to know that we are going through and trying to find a logical explanation for this. Is it that the phone was too close? Is it that there's that particular device is around an electronic? Is it that you went over and touched it? I told them earlier that you all would be describing each of the pieces of equipment that's used, and there's different equipment in each room and what you all might be doing. Talk about the other two that are down there.
Basically, this one that's in the floor, you see the little red dot, that is a voice recorder that only allows me to hear voices. So when I go back and... Was that you or what?
That was my foot,
okay. So that allows me to go back and listen to voices when I ask questions. I can go back and hear the responses. Sometimes, you know, we've got EVPs just by sitting and just randomly talking about stuff, and you get stuff like that. Keith Age, I'm going to give a shout out to my mentor, Keith Age, who gave me the advice, you know, hey, just sit around and just talk. Just be regular people and just talk like nothing's, you know, you're not hounding them with question after question after question. Because, I mean, what if, you know, you're going to get tired of being asked question after question, you know, just be yourself, come in and just respect what you're doing and hopefully you'll get a response. This other device that I have over here, it's a black device that's got the antenna on it with the yellow base here with the bright red light on it. That is called a mel meter, and that tells me, yes, thank you, thank you. I got somebody with me tonight. That's very. I told you there's some. There is an entity here that is very intelligent and it knows what it's doing. It knows how to interact with you. But this device that has the bright red screen on the front of it, that tells us the temperature readout right now, which is 75.2.0, and also tells us the milligauss. Now, the difference between the tri-field meter, which also reads in milligauss, is that thing is very sensitive. And we've had that spike up to 1.4, and it's never, ever duplicated that at all. This red one over here that's got the red screen, I have never seen it go past 0.4. It's never spiked high at all. But this gives us another indication of communication, so that way we can ask it to drop the temperature, we can ask it to raise the temperature. I will not ask it to drop the temperature to a certain number, because when I do, it normally stays on those three numbers and it will fluctuate, then go right back to those three numbers and stay there. So that is something that I need to check out a little bit further. But with that being said, we've had a lot of great experiences here. Although they're personal experiences, we have a lot of audio and video to go back and look over the past couple weeks from the Stafford House. But hopefully tonight we will have some experiences that you guys and gals will hopefully hear and see, and basically understand what we're doing and you know, hope you like what we're doing, what you see, and want to come out to the Stafford House, do an investigation, and see for yourself. So I'll let Jeremiah take it over from here or whatever.
What room do I want to go to?
We're gonna start right here.
We'll start right here.
Maybe
Okay.
we'll get all the lights out, and we're also gonna have a light in here so that way you folks can see what we do. And we'll start asking questions. And if you're out in the chat room, please, if you have a question to ask, go right ahead. Ask a question, and Heather Fraley or Heather Grass, that's Heather 1, Heather 2, one of them will relay the message to us. Dalton over here, you can ask him. He's going to be seeing the screen. He'll relay it to us too. So please, don't hesitate to ask away. I mean, if you have any questions about anything what we're doing, feel free to ask. We do not mind a bit whatsoever. So thank you all for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy this Halloween. Happy Halloween.
Okay. Good. We'll get the light off over here. We'll get the ones in the back.
Can you guys still, well, he's going to turn that one off and we can really tell. Can we see everything okay?
You're a little dark on me, but
Well, that I don't care if I'm dark as long as you can see the equipment. The
Yeah.
equipment still good?
yep.
So what I would do is, once we start getting in this real
Do you want
good.
to shut the door to the?
No, it's not.
We'll go down there and turn the light off, but the reason we keep it open is we'll set it on the bed. Maybe it might be easier to.
Oh, the e-pop box. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I'll say this too. That's the first time in weeks. I want watch out, don't fall there.
Yeah, I'm not.
I won't say that's the first time in weeks, but that's the first time in a while that we've had yes back-to-back answers. And normally around here it's no. So that's pretty good. Rob's gonna go turn out the lights down there.
Sure.
And once
I've got those turned out through the end of the hall.
I've got to get the water. Hey Rob, will you grab me a water? Thank you.
So it's one of the things to do is that follow the Ghost Hunter guys on their TikTok page, and they have a Facebook page as well. Follow us at Paintsville Tourism, and the Stafford House has a Facebook page as well. Get more information about what's going on. As they said, if you've got questions, feel free to put those in the text there, and we will try to answer those as we go along. And then there'll be a guided set of, you'll just ask general questions, correct, John?
Yeah, what we try to do is we try to put ourselves back in the 1800s when this was built. We want to put ourselves back in that time frame to say, okay, let's talk about the family. Let's talk about what they did here at this place. Let's talk about their daily livelihood, you know, farming, etc. Goods coming in, going out of here, property, deaths, unfortunately, Civil War. Thank you, sir. You know, there's a lot of stuff that is here that we try to put ourselves into that, and you know, and do so. Sorry, folks, I'm talking all day, so.
Hey Don, somebody wants you to check your phone.
Check my phone.
Yep. Somebody in the group chat just said to check your phone.
I can't because he's filming. Why do they want me to check the phone? Who is it?
Monica? Osborne?
I can't check my phone right now, Mom.
Osborne?
I can't check my phone right now, Mom.
They were talking about, he set that up down the hallway there, so you can see that all the way through. And then we've got in here questions. I told them earlier about a REM pod. Do we have one of those not in here, or is it
I
somewhere
did not
else?
bring the REM pod
Okay,
because
sure.
we have not had any action with that thing whatsoever.
Sure.
I try to stay away from that as much as I do like a K2 meter because it's really not shielded that great.
Sure.
So anything can really set it
Can
off,
set it
like
off.
a walkie easily. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
You want to do
Monica, can you tell me why I need to check my phone, please? So I cannot check it right now. Can you tell me, please, what's going on?
that. So John or Rob, we'll let you all go ahead and get started with whatever question we want to try to get a response tonight.
So anytime you guys want to switch out, you can to whoever.
I'm good.
Jeremiah, you want to lead us out with a question since this is your place, this is your baby.
I'll just say, do we have anyone with us tonight? Yes or no?
I guess the internet's lagging.
There and it's laying?
Mm-hmm. She said it's buffering a bit.
Oh, okay. Hello, my name's John.
I'm Robert.
I'm Heather.
I'm Heather G.
I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Dalton.
You have probably grown tired of us here the last few weekends. We've been bugging you all for quite a while now. But if you don't mind, we certainly wouldn't mind communicating with you some more. Your dog barking out there.
I don't know if we can see that all that great over there, but I just want everybody to see it. You know, I don't want it.
If that light's too much, I can adjust its
Well,
position.
it's not that. It's just actually getting over
I know,
to
I'm
see
just
that.
saying.
So,
Mainly for the
can you
camera
guys see
there.
okay over here? I know, like Robert said, we've been here for many weeks now, and I love coming into this house now. I respect this house. I love it. So if you remember us, can you make a noise? Can you make the knocks again like you did before, the 3 knocks or anything? Can you open up a door or do something loud that we can hear you? Do you know today is Halloween? If you guys want to sit down, that's fine. If you're getting too tired, you can swap out with Heather F or Heather G over there.
Good.
Okay. Do you like having a lot of company? Because I know you had a lot of stuff going on. You had a lot of visitors, had a lot of parties, cookouts, shindigs as I call them.
If there's anyone outside the room, either downstairs or out in the hallway on the other end of the house, you're more than welcome to come join us. We're just here to listen to what you might have to say. Anyone who might be interested, one of us tonight has brought a few dolls in. If you're interested in trying to play with those.
That was me.
Yeah, maybe we can hear some good stuff now. The air. It's Jeremiah coughing. And we like to tag everything. So that way when we go back on the recorder, we know what's what. Like if somebody stomach is going crazy or somebody coughs, somebody kind of chuckles or whatever, we kind of tag everything. So that's Jeremiah, like right now, playing with his pocket. So I know that's something a lot of teams don't do, but that is something very, very important to do because you don't want to go back and have like a false reading or false EVP as they call it. A lot of times you can have your record in your hand and move it and it gives off a false positive, a false reading of an EVP and it's not.
No.
No. I don't know what that question was for.
That was me coughing.
Another thing to be aware of is you need to learn the familiar sounds of a location.
Yeah.
Like here, you've probably heard several creaks in the floors. That happens. This one has a rather unique telltale sound that you sometimes get. The bridge over into downtown Paintsville is just in front of the house here, so if a car goes across that, you'll get 2 distinct thumps. If you're not paying attention, it may sound like it's coming from somewhere in the house. So that's something you have to keep in mind.
Try to move around and show them what we're doing.
Do we have any questions yet?
Any questions or anything? we have anybody watching or anything, or?
We've got 3 people in here.
How many?
So far, I've not seen anything down there, but we also have a motion sensor as well as one of the dolls we brought in.
Hey Momo, yeah, there's actually several here that we've encountered. There's one, it's I'm sorry. There is one that is very intelligent. It knows everything. I mean, it can interact with you and do whatever you, I mean, it's done pretty much stuff we've asked it to do. Hello, everybody into the stream. We're the Ghost Hunter guys. We're here at the Stafford House in Paintsville, Kentucky, doing a live stream tonight for Halloween. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us, and we will do our best to answer those. And if
This is no.
no,
Apparently he does not want to talk to you.
well, I get a lot of no's down here. That's now the no's are coming back. So.
Well, we hope that you will communicate with us a little bit. Don't have to do anything special, but we would appreciate it. We're just trying to get to know you and the history of the house here.
I'm just trying to go around and... Did you like living here?
Me walking.
Is there any of the Stafford family with us right now? Was that a voice?
I couldn't tell.
Can you speak up if you're trying to talk? I know it's hard. I know it's hard to use the energy, but can you speak up just a little bit, maybe? Yeah, we're going to talk about that more, Monica, when we get down to the other room, especially the portal mirror rooms, we call it. Are you getting a cold spot?
I don't think so. I think it's just a mild draft.
I'm going to move over here for just a second and see if make sure you can still 76.7, so it's still quite warm in here.
And you see this out here, folks, that's our laser grid. We have seen a shadow person walk by there before, out in the hall.
And there's one of the dolls right at the end of the hallway.
And Heather Grass has been nice enough to bring her dolls here, some old dolls, to see if we can get Cora, who is a little girl who is here, to interact with that. There's the footsteps. Do you hear that, dude? On the steps over here.
Knew they was in that direction, but I don't know if that's somebody moving or not.
You stay right there. Can you come up here? If you're looking for Devin, he's not here tonight. Because I know last time you came up these steps several times. Can you knock on the wall? Walk back over through there, Dalton. See if that was you. No?
Creeping over there.
And see, that's how it happened before. A lot of this stuff that we hear is residual. So basically what that is energy that's stamped in time pretty much. It's an everyday routine. So if I get up every morning, go to the bathroom, go get me some eggs and biscuits, whatever, that is my routine. And if you're lucky enough, sometimes that routine will stick in time, that energy. And it's just played over like a record player. That's all it is. We hear that a lot. Footsteps here a lot, you know that. A lot of residual stuff. Francis Stafford, are you here possibly tonight? Somebody keep time, check on time so that way.
9:05.
9:05 already? Alright, so should we just move on over to the portal room for now?
Sure.
Okay.
That's 1.0, but I don't know if it's because I just walked by it. It went to 1.0.
So we're gonna move over to the other room for right now. But we'll come back later probably to this room once it gets a little bit later. Because I know this room has got the activity. Trust me, it does. So everybody's gonna be moving, just I'm gonna turn my light on very.
What equipment do you want us to take with you?
Wait, did you hear a female voice maybe?
I didn't hear.
Sound like a,
I heard something like that earlier.
I'm gonna turn the flash on.
What equipment do you want to take with us?
Oh God, it's not a raid party.
So John,
Yes, ma'am.
nothing's near that right now. It's 0.0.
No,
But as I stood here, it went to 1.0.
that could be the phone picking
Right.
up. Okay.
That's why I was wondering.
Right, and that's what I want people to understand, that will be fluctuated. Okay.
So usually what you'll see for fluctuation is if you're getting a message or a call in, that transmission will cause a spot. Right now, it's pretty dead.
It is warm in here.
It's very nice.
It's a little cooler right here.
I don't know if it was Heather or
For
I
some
heard
reason.
someone say,
I heard that too.
that too.
I heard that too. I didn't
it's
know.
a bit cooler in here.
It is cooler in
Put
here.
this on the bed.
Where do you want this? On the mantle?
No, I'll put it on the bed too.
Okay.
No. We'll keep this. It's right here.
This here is the motion light they talked about. We talked about earlier. It comes on when there's motion in front of it. Might be worth noting that we do have cameras set up in the house. You can't really see. Rob, can we have a light over here, Rob? Yeah. We do have cameras set up through the house that is constantly recording. So if those are like the footage
Oh yeah, you can sit there for
the
sure.
entire evening. Okay, where would you like for this to be put?
On the bed. No, I'll tell you what, put it on the,
Dresser?
no, over there on that dresser, because I want it right in front of the portal mirror.
Sure. In front of it?
Yes,
Okay.
right in front of it. Oh,
Where do you want me, John?
hang on, I forgot my cat claws in my pocket. Let me out, I'm in your pocket. This is a cat ball. It's a common day cat ball that your cats play with. It flashes. So if anything touches this, moves it, it will. I'm gonna put it on the bed too. This has to be set up.
So again, will you tell us what the pieces of equipment are and where they are located so that anyone who's tuning in now will know what's going on in the room?
So basically, the pink light that you see over there on the dresser, that is an EMF detector. The brighter the color, the higher the spike of the number. So right now it's on a base reading of point, I'd say,
See how I made
what
it go
Rod,
up?
point 1, point 2, I'd say 0.1.
Okay.
green 0.2, green 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, whatever.
So
It goes all the way up to red.
Explaining that, I just had an odd spike on the millimeter.
What did it go up to?
It went up to 0.4 on the EMF side of it.
Did temperature drop or anything?
No, temperature stayed steady.
When it
And
should.
it's back down to base 0.0, 0.1.
Well, something spiked it. See, that's the thing here, folks. We'll get random spikes. And that was Jeremiah saying, that indicates to a possible interaction. So basically, the blue box that you see there on the bed that answers yes or no questions. The ball that's on the bed, the clear ball, showed you just a minute ago. That is a regular day cat ball that your animals play with. If it moves or does whatever, it'll light up. The black box that's on the black device that's on the bed, the little tiny red light, that is a digital voice recorder that only allows me to hear voices. So that way when I go back to listen to it, I can hear what's being responded back to us. And Rob has the millimeter in his hand right now. That basically reads milligauss and temperature, same thing as basically like the power light that's over there. Same thing with the tri-field meter here. With the white light, it reads milligauss, but it's a little bit more sensitive, so you'll see it fluctuating between 0.1, 0.2. I've seen it go to 0.4, and in this room, actually, a few weeks ago, we had a spike on the bed to go to 1.4.
Wow.
That's never happened anywhere, ever.
That's definitely
So, I want to explain this room a little bit further than what, I don't know if Jeremiah went into details with everything. So there's 3 mirrors in this room. 2 mirrors are facing each other. Supposedly, if you have 2 mirrors facing each other, that is a so-called portal. Basically a highway for entities to travel in and out. Now, a lot of people don't believe in it. That's totally fine. A lot of people has had this, like this before, and they've had a lot of activity happen. Now, when they move those mirrors, it has stopped. So to me, it's more or less of the location. That's how I feel.
Sure.
I have been sick in this room. Robert has been with me ever since we first started this. He has never gotten sick at all. Had any type of medical things go on or anything like that. But he definitely got sick up here.
Right over there in that general area, and I just started getting a real bad nausea and a headache, and wound up having to go downstairs the first time I visited here. I had to sit down and close my eyes for a bit.
Yeah.
But hasn't happened since. I have felt standing in between these mirrors, just a minor little headache on one side of my head or the other. Always seems to happen in this room. EMF readings are baseline for the most part. Occasionally we'll get a spike, but otherwise nothing extreme.
Now, there have been several people come in this room that has gotten sick, not only in this room, but the other room. This room, I had my left side of my head, my hair touched, and my hat touched on the left-hand side. This room specifically, last week, we heard footsteps come up the stairs. Plain as day. And you can hear.
My hair played with.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Really?
Before you said that, that's why I was going like this.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What'd you feel like?
It was just like
a little
I don't know,
touch?
it's really, just
Yeah.
really light.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. It knows what it's doing, and it could be one of the ladies here. I just got a point. Did it go to 0.3? I normally go to like 0.1, 0.2, then hold off, and then go 0.1, 0.2, but it went straight to 0.3 and came back down. So something's spiking. And again, it could just be the phones, but I don't know.
Normally when we do stuff like this, we've got airplane mode turned on to prevent those very spikes, but can't really stream with that, so
Right.
exceptions for tonight.
And we're always trying to figure out what causes what. Like if we get a spike, we're wanting to figure out, okay, was it because we moved? Was it because we put a device close to it, or I mean, something's missing my eye. I don't know what it is. Or if it's just, gosh, or if it's just something that interfered with it. See, this happened to me last week, dude. Something started messing with my speech and started messing me to talk. So I don't think something in here wants me to talk. I think it. See, look how I'm talking. I think it wants me to shut my mouth.
Speaking of debunking, in the room below this, one of the front parlor rooms, the one with the bathroom, we did debunk the door in that room. When we first came here, it was shut, and then it opened on its own. First few times we tried it, couldn't repeat it, and then through the course of several attempts, we managed to get it fairly conclusively that it was definitely a normal thing. There's a certain position on the floor, if you step right, it will cause that door to open.
I am. It's me.
So EMF over here is going to 0.1, temperature 77.8.
One last thing before I stop, and I'll let everybody else interact and participate. This picture over here we think is Cora. We're not, is that right, Jeremiah? We're not 100% sure, is that correct?
Correct.
I'll get a flashlight over there right quick.
Hold on. Let me send that picture to somebody that I know.
Hang on, there you go. Thank you, Dalton. I was gonna grab the flashlight right fast, but thank you. There you go. We think that's Cora, but we're not 100% sure.
And that dress is downstairs.
Did you hear that thump?
I put one of the dolls in the room with Cora's dress.
Yes.
Was that
Yeah,
you?
we all
Who
heard the
were
thump.
Oh, yeah, it might have been my.
Okay.
All right, what you heard.
Well, no, this was a thump.
No, it was behind, it was this way.
That's over this way again.
Okay. Well, the only thing it could have been was my keys hitting against the dresser.
It's like our normal thumps that we hear.
I'm walking.
Temperature is 78.0, EMF 0.0.
Heather Grass, I want you to lead us up with some questions, because you've been here before. You're an investigator, so let's let you have a take at it. Let's let a woman.
Well, you know exactly who I want to talk to.
Cora, lay it on.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Wow, there you go.
Cora, baby, are you here with us? I just texted Emmy. She was really excited to see if you was going to come through and talk to us tonight.
What do you hear?
She misses you.
What's it sound like? Shuffling or?
Do you remember playing ball with her in this house?
Rob, you might want to check this out. She's hearing something high pitched over this way. I don't hear it. Yes. Oh, wow. Folks, I have never seen that box answer yes after yes like that. And normally to me it's no. So evidently they don't like me.
They
For
interact
now.
a lot. Well, last weekend it was mostly with girls. It was actually in Raleigh.
Go ahead and continue, Heather. That's great. That is so great.
Yeah, I just sent Emmy the picture of you that we think is you.
EMF spiked to 0.5, 0.6.
Oh, wow. Come this way, Heather, just to make sure.
I'll come this side.
Are you going to play with any of the dolls I've left out for you? I left one on the chair in the brown room where you and Emmy used to play.
Is it still spiking?
I don't know, but it feels like it's getting cooler in here.
You think so?
I'm getting a breeze on my face.
Oh, God, okay. Keep the time check, because I know we got to. Thank you, Jeremiah. Folks,
Temperature 77.2. It was 77.9.
I'm getting a breeze now right around me, right around my.
It's like it's coming from the door
Yeah,
through
well,
to
it's
us.
like my hands to my.
My hands
Yeah.
just got it.
Yeah, it's here. I mean, it's a. Was somebody's stomach?
No.
Did you
There
hear
was
that?
definitely
though?
a sound here.
Yeah, it was.
Did you hear that, dude?
I did. Was that somebody?
Was that sound you, Cora?
I'm sorry, folks, if our audio is not all that great, but we are hearing some stuff in here. That was like right here.
It was. It was like right in here.
A little bit of a chill. on
Yeah,
the
that's
back.
that's why I was gonna say, dude. It's each room, ladies and gentlemen, has its own identity. It has its own character.
You know, it's weird because I've never experienced Cora in this room before.
Well, that's just one thing about a spirit. I mean, it's not just
Like I've the brown room and then downstairs, but never and like
no.
oh, so I have. I'm sorry. Thank you for
Wow.
correcting me.
This is cool. Folks, at 9:30 we'll be going off the Mountaintop TV page. If you would like to continue to follow us, you can go to TikTok and follow us on our TikTok page. It's ghost_hunter_guys. You can continue to follow us. And if you want to keep up with everything that we do, just follow our Facebook page, Ghost Hunter Guys.
That's 10 minutes.
Continue, Heather, because I mean it's responding with you.
Temperature's back up to 77.8.
So if you go back over there, what does it go to? Does it drop back out, or does it?
Well, it will be cooler out in the hallway.
Of course.
Yeah. Cora, are you the one that's affecting John? He's my friend. You don't need to bother him. He's a really good guy. I don't think she wants to respond to that one.
Hey, Cora, I told you about Emmy possibly coming. I'm sorry that she didn't come. I told you that she was going to, but she couldn't make it.
She had to work, sweetheart. Because she grew up. I know that's hard to believe because she was like 6 when you all played together.
Do you see the dolls that are in here? Or outside in the hallway, possibly? Okay, that's sure mine moving.
Yeah, that was my foot.
Oh, you're fine, you're fine.
EMF had another spike to 0.3.
That's not your light giving it off, is it?
No, I just tried it. It's 0.0.1 around that light, same phase.
What about that light switch?
Nothing.
Okay,
Already thought about that.
good deal. Cora, or anybody that can hear my voice, can you come in here? Because I know you can hear me and I know you can interact with us.
Temperature is 77.0 around the door, approximately. Then as soon as you turn into the room, it goes up to close to 78, which
That
makes sense.
Yeah, because the heat's going to stay in here.
Several bodies in here warm right now.
If anybody that's in here that can hear my voice, if you see these devices, can you make one of them go off for us? Like the ball that's on the bed, or the little pink light that's over there on the dresser, can you make that go to green or blue or anything possibly?
Anybody else hear a whistle a second?
I heard a whistle from the hallway.
There you go. That's what we
That's
hear.
what I was hearing a while ago. I said it was high pitched.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like,
Yes.
yep.
Because I knew we'd heard a whistle before.
And again, the question that I ask, can you come up here? I know you can hear my voice. I know that you can hear me. Can you come up here? Maybe that's the way to say it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's Jeremiah. That's how I take it. You know, it's like, and we've been here several weeks, and that's not the first time. That I would say that's probably like the 5th or 6th time we've heard a whistle. Is that correct? No. Is that correct? And it said no.
Like instantly.
Instantly.
Shut you down quick.
That's all right. It's used to shutting me down. I'm used to that. That's how my dates go too. Hey, you want to go grab a burger? No. Okay, all right. That's fine. Yeah.
Do we hear whistles all the time?
I don't think it's been every night.
No, that's what he was asking. Good call, Jeremiah. Can you tell me the name of the person that comes up and down the stairs? Are you happy to see more people coming to this location?
I don't think they want to talk to a guy.
Monica wants to know if they can make other sounds.
Yes, I'll ask it. My friend Monica, who I work with, she is a really cool person. Can you make? What
That was me.
was that you?
That was me.
Okay,
I was
okay.
shifting.
Oh, no,
No, it's not.
I
There's
think that was a motorcycle in town.
Okay. Well, that's kind of odd how it's like, Monica wants to know, can you make other sounds, and there's that.
Well,
Oh,
I
ooh,
heard
ooh,
what
ooh.
sounded like a footstep in the room across the hall.
Well, there you go. This is how it happened. So, Monica, we heard a footstep across the hall. There's outside. That's a car.
Yeah, they're still holding it 0.0.1, so
What
basically.
time is it?
5 minutes.
Okay.
Again, folks, we're going to be still streaming till 12 o'clock on our TikTok page. That is ghost_guys_ or ghost_hunter_guys on TikTok. That was me choking about Ray choke out over here. Can you make another noise for us, please, so that way we know that we are hearing someone out here? Forgive me for asking this question, but do you know if anybody travels between these two mirrors that are facing each other? Yes or no? Does anything travel between these two mirrors? That's a card. Oh, yes.
Now, see, the theory behind mirrors facing each other is that it creates an infinite loop. It's
Right.
reflecting itself for infinity.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are standing between it, it is reflecting you for infinity.
So,
too.
so is there someone here or something here that's not associated with this house or property? That's me scratching. Yes or no?
Here's some people talking outside.
I don't hear nothing.
I don't either.
I think they was walking by. Don't hear them now.
That's me.
Do you remember Jeremiah and Dalton, who's in this room right now? Do you remember these two gentlemen? Did you enjoy your day today?
Is May Stafford in the house with us tonight?
All right, let's try this one more time. Heather, take it. I know they're responding to you better than me, so you go right ahead.
Okay. Is Uncle Bud in the house with us? Guess not.
It'll take it a few minutes to.
Usually if they answer in 30 seconds, they ain't going to.
Right. We just don't like to jump in and ask like 50 questions in like 2 seconds because you don't know what they're answering.
Do we have any members of the Stafford House besides Cora with us? Because we know you are here, Cora.
Somebody wants to know if they'll be sad after you're leaving tonight.
Will you be sad when we leave tonight? Do you want us to stay and spend the night with you?
Do you want to talk and sign it off?
That's Jeremiah.
Yeah, that's me. Folks, this is Jeremiah with Paintsville Tourism. We're about to end our segment here with Mountaintop TV. Thank you all for joining us tonight. And more information on Ghost Hunter Guy's Facebook page. We will also be over on their TikTok page. Oh, gave us live. Or gave us a yes. They'll be live on their TikTok page, and that is Ghost Hunter Guy.
That was to your question.
I'm not spending the night here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So join us
I don't
again.
think Poison
Thank you
lets
so
me do
much
that.
for joining us tonight. More information on Paintsville Tourism and the Historic Stafford House on Facebook.
It is more active with a female.
It is.
Even over there in the blue room, it's the same way.
So,
I've not got any of those big EMS fires here lately either.
You could stay for a while so we can help film and stuff. You sure? Okay. Anything else? Anybody else come through or whatever?
let's see.
Hold on.
I never look at Facebook.
Says John should spend the night.
Who said that, Monica?
Yeah.
I knew it was Momo.
Well, maybe that's something we can work out in the future.
Yes, I mean, I'd be all for it. Jeremiah knows we love this place, and the more research that we do, the more time we spend here, the more stuff we can figure out. But a lot of this, love this place, and the more research that we do, the more time we spend here, the more stuff we can figure out. But a lot of this, love this place, and the more research that we do, the more time we spend here, the more stuff we can figure out. But a lot of this, again, as I should
He
be
said
on me
it
right
was
now.
gonna switch, but
I thought you had do not disturb.
I had do not disturb on.
He did.
It doesn't matter. I'm so
I do that.
No.
Switch back to the log.
I don't know what that no was for. Oh, do not disturb. I don't know what that was for. I have no idea.
And you switch back to yours.
I don't know what the no was for, ladies and gentlemen. I have no idea.
So it's buffering
Oh,
again.
wait, no, not your messages, that one.
Sorry, Momo. I know sometimes it does it in here.
We'll just assume it's not a network problem and it's a paranormal problem.
Yeah.
Well, ask. Are you messing with John's phone?
Which ones you?
Oh, none of those.
Okay, so you need to log out completely.
Yeah.
Okay, there, go to the scroll to the bottom.
That's not paranormal. That is somebody. That's Dalton going to get somebody. He's calling Puddin to come with him. Are you not even logged off?
No, Dalton.
No. It said no. It's not
You
even
don't
log
get to
off.
log off, Dalton, you know. I'm gonna hand
Bob,
it.
do you know how to do this? Can you?
Here, hold that way.
I tried switching accounts, but it just went to his personal account.
Oh wow.
Log us out completely.
That's multiple, man.
Sure it is.
Well, we did see that brush fire toward Preston's.
No,
property
it's
on the
screaming.
hill.
No,
It says
no. That was screaming and hollering.
thank
I know, I'm just saying.
So is there just one entity here with us tonight? Not gonna answer that question, is it?
I've noticed too that when we're talking, you'll hear a whistle, but it's under our breath. It's like it's. I have no idea. Are you finally logged off?
Yes.
Are you back to your account now?
Yes.
Did anybody come on there and say anything?
No, not that I've seen. It offered to let them join, but
Somebody check their somebody check Mountaintop TV and see what they said. Hopefully it's all good. I'm just paranoid. It just really.
Tony Taggis does a great job, Jeremiah.
Well,
that's the only thing I did see. I did see that as it scrolled past.
It had over 1,000 views.
Wow. Wow. Continue asking questions, Heather, because they
They do seem to like me a little bit.
Well, you have a connection here. For everybody that doesn't know, Heather is a reenactor. She does the Civil War reenactment, so she's been here back in the day too, and they had tours and stuff for this. So
Yeah, about 15 or so years ago, we did tours during Apple Day. It was one of the first times they'd ever opened the house up for tours. And my group was lucky enough to be able to give some historic tours of this place. And that is the day we met Cora.
oh,
That was me moving.
no, there's a female voice.
Oh.
Is there somebody in the hallway that wants to talk to us?
I swear that was a female voice.
You can come in the room. John only bites a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Unless it's Momo, then I want to go full attack. Sorry, Jeremiah.
We're off now.
So EMF here just spiking to 0.7, 1.0,
Holy crap, dude, that's not right. And
That's an
dude,
airplane
that's the
noise,
same
by the way.
spot.
0.6, 0.8.
That's the same spot where Bill put that tri-field meter at and went to 1.4.
Yeah, it raised up to 1. It's going back down now.
I can hear. I just heard the
Somebody-
whistling again.
Oh, that's your
That's me.
thing. Good lord.
0.6,
Sorry.
Somebody get that on camera.
0.8. Oh, it's picking up the phones there now.
Go back.
That's what that big massive spike was.
Well, that couldn't be enough. Way over here.
Right, when they got close.
Oh, yeah.
It's over at 4.0, and then when they back off a little further, it'll drop.
So Jeremiah, what are you thinking about all this so far with the noises and the responses and stuff coming through? What do you think?
I think it's typical with what's going on and what people have experienced at the house throughout the years. I hope that they know that we're here to help tell their story, to continue to tell their story, because that's what we want. We want more people to come to the house to visit and to explain the story of the Staffords, because they were so important to us in Paintsville and in Johnson County.
Finally out of range.
And it's very good that we was able to save this house.
Very
and
much
that
so.
Paintsville has this house. Because it's such an important, like you said, an important part of our history here.
It
Yeah,
really
that don't
is. And you think
explain
about
what
the
happened a while ago,
life
though,
that
dude.
was
You know
here
what I'm saying?
before,
They were
and
still far enough
the life
away
that is
it
going
wasn't
on, and we
going
still
on.
use it.
Right.
You know, people
Yeah.
come
I wonder if that's
here and do
Cora.
different activities.
The Staffords helped build this town.
Exactly.
All of this
Yeah, it just
section.
went to 2.2. And then it's back down
Here
to
to
0.1.
How do you feel about knowing?
Yeah, well, mine's on there.
How do you feel about knowing that you actually built this city? You built this county pretty much. You guys started this.
See if it's picking mine up.
You created Paintsville, or Paintsville. So I mean, this is all for you. You guys have done this.
Oh, no, that might be yours. Are you on airplane mode though?
No, that's the thing.
Are you happy that Jeremiah and people like Jeremiah are keeping your name, your
mine
family's
was-
history
was
alive?
airplane mode off was only hitting the 0.5.
Oh. Okay.
So why did it just
No.
no? Okay, it just spiked up to 2.1.
It's a long no, Jeremiah.
And it's dropping
It
back
said
down.
it's not happy that people were keeping their name alive and all this stuff. It said no, strong no.
It's interesting.
So would you like them to stop telling your story? Do you want to just be left alone? Yes or no? Do you want to be left alone?
It's funny, I took a picture when it was on 2.6 and when
I mean, I completely understand
Well,
that.
that spike this time corresponds.
Did you like the house
No.
better when it sat empty and no one came to visit?
Do you like us being here tonight? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Is there too many
It just
people?
spiked up again, didn't it? Did you notice?
Sorry,
it was
Jeremiah.
video.
That's okay.
I think it hit like.
I wonder if we can get it to
2.3
answer
on that
who.
Go
He's
through the
talking.
just start going through the names and see. Just give them about 30
Hold on,
seconds.
I'm going to pull
before
up
you-
the list of everyone who's buried in the cemetery.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
Let me see.
I do want to ask this though before we start.
Someone else want to hold it for me? I'll pull that up.
You'll have to get you a better phone for the camera.
Yeah, I know. Hey, Tiff.
When the spike went off, it stayed at 0.
Where the cemetery mow is actually behind the house. It's up on the hill. As soon as you pull in, it's yeah, it's in the summer. It's cool. You can see it pretty easily. Maybe in the fall too, right, Jeremiah? You can see it pretty easily.
Yeah, you can see it right now.
Yeah, you can see it right now.
Cleared the trees off.
We're thinking about trying to let Jeremiah see if he'll let us go up there one night evening and just sit around and see if we can get something up there possibly. Because why not? You know, this place has got activity, so who knows? I might bring Jeremiah a friend back.
No, thank you.
No,
I
thank
do
you.
have a question. Yes,
Yes,
or no
sir.
questions that we were asking a minute ago.
Yes, sir.
Rob and Heather were talking. Do you think it could have been their conversation as well? Could it have been they were talking amongst themselves?
That's a possibility,
We were
but
discussing the reading on the EMF meter here, the millimeter.
Okay.
We weren't asking questions other
Okay,
than.
I didn't know.
Did you? I asked, did you see that at one point? She said no, but that was after the incident.
Okay.
Because it's still spiking odd over here, like it's picking up a strong source, but for the moment the cell phones are away from it far enough that it's not picking those up. And it's holding at 0.5, 0.7, 1.4, 1.9, 2.3. Dropping back down now, 2.0.
see that's another thing that we look at, folks, is the spikes. We are notorious to go by the base reading. So if anything spikes like that, something is making that go off. And it's setting stationary. It's not moving.
Held above 1.0 for several seconds. It dropped back down.
1.0, you said?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. So remember 2 weeks ago when Bill Carpenter was here?
It is
went to
4.1.
4.1?
Yeah.
You've got to
Yeah,
be
on
kidding me.
video.
Well, that's why.
I pulled up the list of
Was
all the
I
people who are
recording?
buried in the cemetery.
Will it do it because I'm recording?
You should be far enough away. that
You
it's
should
not-
be fine. Record again and try it. Test it out and see.
I've been recording since been in there.
Yeah.
Well, then it should stay.
Closer and
So
keep that,
basically-
but you've been standing there for several minutes.
So basically, the way it should be, if it's holding at 4 while you're doing that, it should still hold at 4.
0.2, 0.3. That close.
What's up, Dillard's Paranormal? Hello, everybody that's out there. I'm sorry I have not said hello. Forgive me. I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that. It's just, we got several people in here, and we're trying to just show people what we do, because a lot of people don't understand what we do and why we do this. We do this because we want to prove that there's stuff out there, and we know there's stuff out there. And we just want to tell their story. That's it. And thanks to this man right here, Jeremiah Parsons. He, this dude. Can't say how much I can't say how much I love this guy. I mean, he's done a tremendously amount of stuff for this place and letting no.
Yes, he has.
Yes, Jeremiah has just got this place. Okay, so he's trying. He can't do nothing really unless he has your story. So if you could tell me a little bit about yourself and your story in that recorder with the red line, I can tell him what you're saying. If you'd like us to leave, just tell us on that blue box that answers yes or no. Would you like us to leave, yes or no? Can't see that. Is that blurry? Ooh, 4.1. Jeez, that is never... Go have to let Bill know about that, man, because that mail meter has never went to 4 point whatever.
I've got it on video where it went up.
It spiked when they were recording, brought their phones closer, but it stays down when the phones are far away. And even when she brought it closer recording,
Are you all right, Heather?
It barely peaked. It got to like.
Are you okay?
4.5.
I'm good. I'm just hot.
It is warm in here, but man, I'll tell you what, I would sit through a heat wave for the stuff we're getting.
Let's throw some names out. Is Mary Frances the one speaking with us? Mary Frances is buried in the cemetery. She died when she was 15.
Parsons is my hero. Who
She
said that?
died in 1882.
Monica.
It's me moving.
Yeah, give him about 30 seconds and just continue through and see.
We have Thomas Sanford Stafford with us.
Is that you all?
That was Dalton.
Did you make that noise?
Did you make a squeaky sound?
Sure sounded like it came from you.
Everything's happening right here.
Sure sounded like.
Well, I would say,
This
okay,
area.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
Probably gonna pick up the phones, but
I'll say this. The very first time me and Robert came here, we used this SLS app, which I do not like whatsoever. I don't like any of the SLS, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, folks, that's just me. I just cannot take a video game piece of equipment and use it for paranormal. So on the end of that bed right here, we captured it mapped out an entity or a figure reaching across the bed. So we had a REM pod at the time sitting on the bed, and as soon as it reached across and came back, reached back out, to itself, came back, the REM pod lit up for like 10 seconds. That's Dalton. He's over here playing. We have to keep an eye on him sometimes. So, but yeah, it. Go ahead, Heather. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
Good, thank you.
Finish.
No, you go ahead. You're done. You're done. Good Lord.
Do we have an Ethel Stafford with us?
it was just backed up to 2.8.
Ethel also lived in this house in the late 1800s.
Are you film? You're still filming, ain't you, Heather?
No, I took a picture.
That shouldn't be interfering with that.
Not that far off, no. We've tested that a few times, seeing what the range are. Back up to 2.6 there for a second.
Continue.
What about Hattie? Do we have Hattie with us? I believe Ethel and Hattie were sisters. I'm not quite sure. Can you tell me that?
I just had a little cool breeze from my left.
A lot of this stuff, folks, that we're experiencing, again, is residual. These people are probably just going about their day. But like I said, we think that there's one that's very intelligent here. There could be multiple that's very intelligent. We have a motion sensor that's set outside in the hallway. If you can hear my voice, and I'm going to talk very low, if you can hear my voice, can you come up here and make this light go off that's in the hallway here in front of me, please? All it does is turn on. That's it. It just makes a light. It will not hurt you. Can you please do that so I know that you're here, which I know you are. I just would like to see it. No, Monica, I don't feel anything that's evil here. The last time we had that conversation here, my hood got tugged off my head.
I've been in this house giving tours numerous times, and I've never felt anything negative in
No,
this house.
I don't feel anything evil here. I feel like it honestly, it's welcoming sometimes when you're in here. But Dalton and Jeremiah are scared of their own shadows, and then they get scared out here easily. Well, Dalton will admit it. He won't come in here. He won't come here by himself. Now, Jeremiah, he will, won't you, Jeremiah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
See?
I come in my house all the time.
Sorry,
as I've said plenty of times before, I'm never alone in this house. I may be the only human here, but I'm never alone.
Right.
You're in their house. So.
Right, I'm in their house, and I acknowledge that fact and know that it's their house. I'm just a caretaker for them now.
I think
I just moved my foot.
That's
I
fine.
was just seeing if I would make it come on.
There's the tri-field meter. I know it's hard for everybody to see, and I hate the way that looks in the screenshot or the video here, but it's just a base reading still 0.1, 0.2. And we got a millimeter that's on the bed. It's been spiking from 0.1 all the way up to 4.
It just hit 4.1 again.
Are you kidding me? 4 dude.
I'm not over there.
Why is that? So something in this room is very powerful, and it's just lingering over there, or there's
not talking.
and it's not. Well, I mean, of course, I mean, that's the way it happens. You know that. But for something like that to give that much energy off, and I don't even know where an EMF source would even come around here because look, it's on the bed.
The only nearest one is over there on the wall.
The light switch is over here on the wall, and that's maybe, how many feet is that, Rob? 4 feet? 5?
It's 6 plus.
6 feet? Okay, well, I suck at distance in.
It's a little closer to this power outlet, but it shouldn't be picking that up because it stays flatline most of the time here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same thing we was using at the SIP theater? Yeah, the mail meter? Yes, Tiff, that's it. That's the one that I tried to get it to make it go to a certain temperature, and then it wouldn't do it. And then when we turned the camera off and everything, then it went to it.
Can we get through all of the list?
Emmy just got back to me about the painting, and she says that does look like Cora, but the girl she played with, she thought her hair was a little bit blonder.
Okay.
But I mean, that is a painting.
Right.
You know, there's some artistic license maybe.
Because the picture downstairs, it looks a little blonder.
Yeah, she said the girl that she was playing with was a little bit blonder.
I'm so sorry, Heather. I didn't mean to interrupt you for all the list, dude. I'm
It's
so
okay.
sorry.
That's how this thing works.
Yeah, and you know what? I believe sometimes that they really interfere with somebody just so that way you get sidetracked and you stop with what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, Emmy just got us a confirmation on the painting. So let's go back to the list. Is probably the most famous Stafford with us tonight? Is FM with us? You probably lived in this house longer than almost anyone else in your family. When people think of the Staffords in Paintsville, they think of you.
Go ahead, you can ask us some more.
What about Marietta? You lived in this house until you was almost 90 years old.
There's another thump. At least it sounded like it.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Rob, I think our grid light is out.
Yeah, the laser light went out.
Yeah, those batteries only last an hour or so.
Yeah. It'd be nice if those laser lights could come with like a power pack.
Sadly, it is blaze.
Slap a power pack on there.
Is Arminta with us? Arminta was one of the daughters of Marietta and FM.
Are you streaming?
No. I'm still in airplane mode.
You want to hold this for me? My hand is actually going numb. Thank you all for joining in with us. I appreciate it. So if you can share out to people, get them come in here, I would totally appreciate it. I know Jeremiah, Robert, all of us would appreciate it.
Ain't seen no major spikes here in a little while. Whatever it was causing, it might have moved on.
Is it time to move on to another room?
I say after you do your list, then we'll move on.
I'm going to go through the rest
Oh,
of
Yes.
yes.
Okay, let me go through the rest of the children.
That was plain and simple, yes.
Is Melinda with us? I think Melinda was actually the oldest of the Stafford children, wasn't she?
That is me taking a drink of water, folks. Oh man, my side. It's me. I'm sorry.
What about good old Sonny? Sonny with us?
That's me.
Sounded angry there.
Oh, it's very angry.
Who's the son that
Monica
got
said
killed?
high quality H2O.
I don't know.
That's a good quality H2O.
He got killed in town at a saloon.
Who did?
One of their sons.
Ask them, Dalton, see if they'll respond back to you. See if maybe they'll respond back to you in the recorder. Ask them.
I don't think it was Sonny, because Sonny lived until he was like 89, according to Find a Grave.
Jeremiah, I know you're not scared, so go ahead and ask. I know Dalton's scared. See, Jeremiah is too.
Well, no, I
I
didn't.
don't know how to word it.
Yeah, I don't know how to word the question.
Hey, Devin.
Can you tell us which of the Stafford children was killed in a saloon in town? Just say their name, and if possible, we'll pick it up on the recorder.
Is it true that every year on the
Hold up. Did you hear that?
Clicking.
I heard like it's odd noise.
Yeah.
I can't even explain what that was. It's just odd high pitch.
Thomas Stafford died when he was 20 years old. Are you the one who was killed in the saloon?
Devin said he wishes he could be here.
Oh, we do too, homie. I wish you was here, brother man. That's Jeremiah that said that. Yes. So is that to your
Thomas Sanford Stafford.
So they had to go back. I'm sorry, Dawn. They had to go back to your question
I
that you
think
just
so.
asked.
Was it that or Dale? You said, we wish you were here. I said, yes.
Ask it again. We'll.
And most of their children lived, male children lived pretty old.
Is it true that they hung your clothes that you got killed in the yard every year on your death anniversary?
That'd be freaky.
Yeah, really. That was me that just stepped.
Can you tell us what he was murdered for, possibly?
No one knows. That's why they hung his clothes in the yard.
That is so,
That's me.
that is so absolutely crazy. Could you just not bear to let your son go? Is there anything you would like to say to him that you didn't get to before he was, before he passed on?
Monica wants to know how many kids lived in the house.
Oh,
A
there's
lot
a
over the
lot.
years.
There's a lot.
Um,
I'd say more than what, 11?
I think
They have
16.
16?
16?
Gotcha.
So if we move to another location, will you talk with us? Yes or no?
seen your shadow move on that pillow, and I was like,
For the people that's just tuning in on our TikTok page, we are the Ghost Hunter Guys. We are here at the Historic Stafford House in Paintsville, Kentucky. We're doing a Halloween stream, and if you would like to come and investigate this location, which I highly suggest anybody to come down here and investigate it, please get in touch with Jeremiah Parsons, and you can also reach out to me, correct, Jeremiah?
Yes.
So that way we can get you booked and get you down here.
Trent and Christopher said when I went as far as the back door, that was half blocked when I was a kid. That place spooked me.
Trent, me boy, what are you doing, my friend?
And Monica wants to know, what bedroom did Thomas sleep in?
It's
All
hard
the-
telling.
All the kids slept back there, in that where they.
So the brown room, the very first room.
You know where they put the bathroom and the
The past
other bedroom.
That was like the kids' bedroom, that whole hallway.
Oh, well, that's a big hallway then. Yeah.
Well, the bathroom wasn't there at that time, and the closet wasn't there.
That's big. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's still big. That'd be huge.
I think, didn't May add that bathroom?
She did. In 55.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Huh?
Do you still use the porch? Either downstairs or upstairs? Yes or no?
She said if it's Thomas, he might be more responsive in that room.
And you know, that was Jeremiah.
No, I hear I don't know if somebody's walking out there or not. I hear
Well, that was
conversation.
Jeremiah that went, huh, like that.
No, I hear a female conversation.
Yeah. I heard it too.
Really?
Okay.
Which way did it come from?
Not the window.
Yeah, that's why I don't know if somebody's out there.
I didn't hear it.
Like the porch area.
Yeah.
I've had several people tell me that they've seen some women out on the porch.
Well, that's why I asked that question of,
Yes.
so you do use the porch?
Oh, it said yes on the Epic box.
Oh, and I missed it. No, I was looking at the porch.
On
Oh,
hot
sure.
days, that's where you would go.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they built these porches the way they were, to catch a good breeze.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Had their
So
tea.
that answered your question.
Yep. They had their tea out there. Ladies would come by and sit on the porch.
That's crazy. We've got some good responses even.
Oh,
tonight.
Devin says to put Heather in the servant room by herself with the camera. Which Heather, Devin?
You.
Now listen.
Well, I do see a couple people walking by down on the sidewalk now.
Okay.
This isn't Ghost Adventures. We're not locking anybody in any creepy rooms.
I was like, that went off.
Hey, we did last week.
Yeah, Devin knows all about that.
Devin said, "Hey man, I want to get locked in there. I want to go up there. I want to feel it." And then 20 minutes later, "Hey man, come get me. Come me out here." I'm just playing, Devin. It answered your question about the front porch. So there's your
I
guys'
don't know what
answer
this
to
little.
that.
Well,
Never mind.
Has anybody asked about the soda?
Well, I think
tried.
when we go downstairs, we'll
Upstairs.
ask downstairs.
Yeah, we're gonna go over here, and before we
Oh,
what time
boy.
is it?
That was
Devin, we're gonna
cheap.
go see if we can make it mad and knock it over again.
Well, let's do this. Let's go.
10:02.
Let's go over here to the blue room. Then after the blue room, we'll head downstairs and we'll sit in that parlor room.
sure.
'Cause, I mean, the soldier is one of those enduring, like, legends of this house.
Yes.
All right, so somebody grab my chair and I'm gonna go right there, sit
I'll
in the
get
door
your chair.
face. I'm gonna sit door facing where I always sit because the last time I felt like somebody come up behind me real quick and touched me on my left shoulder.
Oh.
And really,
Can I
really.
grab that for you?
Nah, I'm good.
Oh, that's just me. Oh, that's just me. Oh, that's just me. Oh, that's just me.
Dude, it feels a lot better
Oh,
over here.
thank you, Donna.
Until we all get in there.
Yeah, we're moving.
Where you gonna sit?
Over here next to that.
Next to
Right there.
this right here?
Right there.
Okay.
this is where it knocked that. Devin wants to know if there's any plans to split up tonight.
No, not tonight.
Not tonight, Devin.
Put that epic box, Rob, right beside
We're gonna
that
see if we can
doll.
get the epic box knocked back over
I put
again.
your cat ball on the doll this
That's
time.
fine. You're good. That's good. That's fine.
Maybe we'll get something from it.
Hopefully so. Okay. I don't want to set this on here and get a wet stain on it.
You
It's
put it in
okay.
the sink.
Is that right? Make sure everyone says it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not really that old.
What's the temperature in here compared to over there? Because it's cooler.
$75.9.
Yeah.
I guess it was just moving around up here. That's a car. That's what that is.
Let me move the chair for you.
No, that's fine. Reposition.
You can sit there head if you want to.
No, I'm-
Sturdy?
Oh yeah.
I don't
I'll
wanna
sit in it,
break
you're
one of
good.
Jeremiah's
Oh,
chairs.
I don't know.
All right, folks, we are in the infamous blue room, as we call it. This is a room that we believe that May was in. You know, we don't officially know, but that is supposedly a. Can you see that painting up there real good?
No.
I need to turn my flashlight on.
Yes, please.
Is it too bright?
No, it's fine. It's perfect.
We believe that that's May that's on in the painting. We asked that question the last time we were here, and it responded yes to the epic box, the epoch box that's on the bed. That answers additional questions. This is the infamous room where the box got knocked over. Because as a paranormal investigator, you have to ask the hard questions, and you kind of have to ask the questions and kind of twist it to where it's, you know, good. Not like coming off as a butthole or anything like that. You kind of be respectful with it. You should be that way anyway. Anywhere you go, no matter if a person's evil, bad, whatever, you should still be child respectful because they may end up talking to you. You never know.
Devin says the best paranormal investigators I've ever had the pleasure of being around.
I appreciate that, man. That means the world, honestly. So he's our him and Zachariah are our.
That's me.
Okay, I was going to say,
That's my
what
jacket.
the
That's-
world is that?
Yeah, I know, I heard it. I was like, that's my jacket.
For anybody that don't know, I got super cat, human, dog, elephant, snake, turtle, beagle, blue ears. But going back to Devin and Zachariah, they are our investigators in training. So we are taking them under our wing. So again, this is the infamous room where I asked the question, and I didn't mean to come off as a asshole. And I apologize. I apologize and apologize. I asked the question, do you know that you have passed away? And then immediately we got a response from the epoch box from yes or no. Since then, it has not answered me any of that question back again, and it knocked the box over.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I asked it, when it said no, I said, so you didn't know that you had passed away? No, and then boom, the box falls over. That's on our TikTok page.
Yes.
If you go look at it, on the Ghost Center Guys TikTok page. Shameless promotion.
Very impressive video.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
That is very, very cool.
I just happen to be
know-
recording.
I wish we had a lighting a little bit better, but that's normally how it happens. You'll see stuff and... But anyway, I've talked so much tonight.
Yeah, normally we're in the dark when we do this stuff, so y'all
Yeah.
get a rare look at what we're doing.
Yeah, this is a rare treat for everybody. We stream sometimes, but it's so pitch black that this is like, you know, daytime for us when we're doing this, because normally it's pitch black. We can't. I mean, we got regular shadow stuff coming in, but I think this is kind of neat. I think this is something we may try to do later on down the road again. Jeremiah, would you like to lead us out, sir?
I just heard something downstairs.
Where do you think it came from?
I heard something at the base of the stairs.
A footstep, a creak, or?
Like a knock.
It's about the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3.9. I guarantee that's picking up the.
Oh, man.
But I don't see, that's a long.
It depends on the angle, I think. Sometimes it'll pick it up further
Let's see.
away.
What are you seeing?
No, so I'm gonna try it again.
Yep, 4.5. So tonight, folks, we got two Heathers. We got Heather G and Heather F. Go ahead, Mr. Jeremiah.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. What is the one we have? Is May Stafford with us in this room? Yes or no?
That was a footstep out here.
I was yawning and missed it.
No, that was out here. I'm sorry. I thought you said that was you yawning. No, that's somebody took a footstep out, a step out here.
It wasn't you hitting the table or anything with it, Dalton.
He's hiding. Dalton,
Back there.
is you asleep?
No.
Just about.
Yeah, he is napping behind the.
That wasn't you moving back there, was it? That was out here, Rob.
I just saw him shift a little bit about the time you mentioned it, so I didn't know.
No, that was a full-fledged step out here. Did you hear it too, Heather? She heard it.
Do we have anyone here with us that wants to talk with us tonight? Yes or no? I'm here with our friends tonight. We're here to continue telling your story.
Okay.
Oh, it's like someone's pinching the shit out of my
That's what we're here for.
back on his side. And this is where I got touched at, remember?
Cora, are you pinching John? Are you being a naughty little girl?
So here's a question for you. If you're wanting to play games, can you flip John's hat off his head? You're the only one wearing a hat, dude. I had to.
It's alright, I got you. Yeah, you can still touch me, touch my earlobe, touch my arm, touch my hand.
Go over and play with the doll?
Yeah, if you can touch the doll, there's a ball that'll light up different colors.
Monica wants to know, can they make the area around John cold?
If you're around me, can you make the area code Lord God, like I'm on the phone. Can you make the around me code, please? Can you come around me?
What's the temperature at right now?
Oh, we're not gonna play that game.
Why not?
67.7. All right, let's play it. I'm game.
Okay, so 67.7. Can we get it to 65.9? Can you drop it down to 65.9?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so come over here and do it.
Heather, will you hold this for a bit?
Yes.
I'll step out here for a bit. I've been nauseated since we walked in.
See, that's another factor about this room, folks. It affects certain people and it makes you sick. It makes you nauseated. I got nauseated in here.
Last Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I got sick. I wanted to throw up. But it was like a hit and then gone. And it's just one of those things where it's like, it felt like somebody was just like all in my guts and just wanted to take it out to 0.3 on the millimeter and Holden, Rob.
EMF 0.3?
Yes,
What's the temperature?
76.3.
So did that go up a lot?
What did you ask it to take it to?
You said it was like 67 point something.
Or, yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, that was the Listexia kicking in.
Yeah, honestly, pretty much where I talk so much.
So 76.9 approximately.
76.3.
76.3. Okay, so let's try that again. Drop the temperature down to 75.9.
0.2. That never goes off over here, man.
Well, it's been pretty active tonight. Can you drop it to, what did I say, 75.9?
Yeah, let's do 75.9. Let's start out easy. Let's go 75.9. You're at 76.3. Now it's to 0. If you can hear my voice, I know you can. You can come on in here. It's all right. Show Robert and everybody here that you can take this temperature down to 75.9. I know you can do it. 0.3 on the millimeter. And holding on 0.3, dude. It's 0.4. 0.3. It's never done this.
It's like it's dragging me. I can't quit yawning.
Do you need a chair?
Nope, I'm good. Thank you, though.
And then it drops down tremendously, like counts down. Now it's back to 0.2. 76.1 right now.
75.9 is what we're looking for. If you could do that, that would be so awesome.
75.9. If you want me to shut up, 75.9. Pretty please. I'm asking you nicely.
Do you make people sick in this room because you don't want us in your personal space? Do you want us to leave?
See, I'm fine out here.
If you're wanting us to leave, you're going to have to do something very, very...
Dramatic.
0.7, 0.8, 0.9.
Spiking.
I don't know what to say.
What's the temperature?
76.1.
Getting close. 75.9.
I bet you it's draining it, dude. That's exactly what it's doing.
Come on, give us a big sign. If you want us to leave this room, give us a big sign.
0.7, 0.9, 0.8, 76.3. It's drawing energy from something to do it. I guarantee it.
I was going to say Heather.
Yeah. Devin just said, John, remember the conversation we were having when we heard the loud steps?
Yeah, I do. See, so am I gonna die alone? I mean, that's okay if I die alone. I mean, I'm already been single for years anyway. Don't start the cat stuff. I don't want to hear it. 0.2. 76.4. I cannot explain these spikes like this. I can't. 0.1. 76.4.
Okay, if you're here and you want us to leave, you're going to have to step it up.
What I'd like to see is either knock that little lantern looking light off the bed, knock that box with the blue border over, or flick that cat ball into the floor.
Yeah.
Do something like
Knock that ball off the doll.
We'll head straight out of here if you were able to do that.
The doll's name's Rosalie. Knock that ball right off of her.
We're not trying to be rude, Jeremiah. We're just trying to...
I know.
You know what's better than that.
I can't quit yawning.
Do you need a chair? You need to sit down?
We can switch places.
This is what you call someone being affected by an entity, either draining their energy, or it knows exactly how to get them out of the room if it is, they don't like them.
Devin says that was not the conversation he was talking about.
I don't remember, Devin, what it was actually. I'm sorry.
Put a hint of the conversation in the comment box and I'll let him know.
Okay.
He said we were talking about them not being evil.
Well, yeah. Alright, so I know you're not evil. I know that you're not mean. I know that you're good people. I know you're here. So I want to document that you're here, okay? I know you can hear my voice.
I don't know if it was outside.
I heard it too.
I actually felt it.
I couldn't tell where it was coming from.
So can you please...
Somebody was getting in a car over there or what?
Can anybody that hears my voice, can you please take this temperature down to 75.9? 0.5 on the millimeter. Take it to 75.9. I'll tell you what, let's just do this. take it to 76.0 because it's at 76.2 right now. Let's start a little bit easy, okay? I'll give you that. Let's go to 76.0. 76.0. I know you're not evil. I know you're not. If anybody says that, I will take up for you and I will sling them out of this house quicker than they can say, I need some cornbread.
I mean, I could go for some cornbread.
That was a car starting up, so that's probably a door I heard shut.
76.0. $76.2. Let's go 76.0. Come on, I know you can do it. I love this house. I love the history about it, and I'm going to help Jeremiah and Dalton tell your story. No. Okay, that's the second time. No.
I was gonna say they've said this that they don't want their story told a couple times.
So, okay, all right. So, I apologize. Tell me why you don't want your story to be told.
Is it Thomas? Do you not want your story told about why you got killed?
Because that's inconsistent with what we've gotten before. Because before they want us to tell the story. They were happy we were here and they were happy that we were telling the story.
Is there somebody in this room you don't want to know your story?
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I know he's going to wait for another room, but
1.4.
is this the soldier who is possibly buried under the porch? Do you not want people to know that you were a spy?
$1.5.
That's me.
I don't know what's. It's never, ever, ever had. It's never 1.2.
Yeah, EMF's been really high tonight. Now,
1.3.
thinking about it, could be weather related, maybe. That's the only thing that's different tonight, is that we've got some weather here with rain.
Are you ashamed of having your story told of what happened to you? Forgive me, Jeremiah, when I ask this, okay?
Okay.
Will the story bring shame to the Stafford name? Yes or no? That's me.
If you tell us yes, we will leave it alone and we will not ask that again.
It's not the light switch.
Shouldn't pick up the light switch all the way over there.
If it doesn't bring shame, is there something else that you don't want brought forward with your story? Yes or no? Yes.
There you go. Thank you. That's a long yes.
Thank you.
I've never seen it go that long.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a long time since it's done that.
So the question was, if it's not shame, is there another reason, right? So
Right.
the question I asked.
Can you tell us what that reason is, possibly, to that little red light that's on the bed?
makes me so happy to see the interaction of somebody who works here. They're responding back to you. You
Right.
know, that's, anybody in the chat room or anything right now?
Monica says that we should talk more about the soldier.
I'm going to ask you a question. Did someone lie about their military service and military record? Yes and no. Yes or no.
.4 on the millimeter, Rob. .2. I'm just gonna move this and see if we get the same. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna move this and see if we get the same. You know what I'm saying? Gonna move this and see if we get the same. You know what I'm saying? I red light on you're making the. I red light on you're making the. I red light on you're making the. 0.4. Can you touch this blue? 0.4. Can you touch this blue little antenna that's on this for me, please? You touch 0.1. Holding at 0.1. Can you take it to 0.4, please? 0.4. Come on, I know you can. I know 4, please. 0.4. Come on, I know you can. I normally don't do this because 0.4. Come on, I know you can. I normally don't do this because do it, you can do right. 0.2. May go to 0.4, please. 0.4. It's holding at 0.2. Do you see that, Heather F? Take it to 0.4, please.
Excuse me.
0.1. Let's go to 0.2. Let's go to 0.3. 0.3. Take it to 0.4. Please take it to 0.4. 0.1. Come on, you're trying. You're just 0.2. Let's go to 0.3. Let's go to 0.4. 0.4. 0.4. 0.6. 0.9 or 0.8. Holy shit. Sorry. It's holding at 0.8, 0.7. You see this? 0.5. There you go. I have no explanation for that. That is clear proof. I just pulled a Zach Bacon's. Oh my God.
You're less
0.6.
douchey though.
0.6 right now. 0.7. 0.5. You're seeing this, right?
I got a cold breeze over here.
0.6 back up.
So here's another question for you. It's going on 10:30.
Hang on, Rob. I'm sorry. 0.4. That's what I was getting ready to ask. Can you take it back to 0.4? Now it's 0.7. 0.5. 0.3. Whatever this is interacting with me now, touching this, because it knows it can do it. And I cannot, was it the soldier I asked? Was it the soldier?
2.6.
Right, no, maybe
2.5.
2.5,
That's massive.
1.6. Scoot back.
I don't know. Ask it again if it's the soldier that we're talking about.
Hang on, it's going down now. But I don't think it was her because
I don't think she's
Step
close
back
enough.
over to try it. Step over where you were a second ago and see if it goes back.
1.2, 0.8, 0.6, 0.7. Take it to 0.4 if I'm talking with the soldier, please. Just go to 0.4, 0.9, 0.4, 0.8,
1.0. 0.9. 0.4, please. 0.4. 0.4 right there. And it's holding on 0.4, guys.
Yep.
Holding. Yes!
Yeah. Oh,
Dude!
welcome.
Oh, Lord of mercy. I get excited, folks, when you're having something like that because that is crystal clear communication. Why is my inner Zach Bagans coming? This ain't right. I can't do this shit.
It's Halloween. Think of it like a werewolf trend.
That gets me excited because that's
Point
what
four?
that's 0.4 again. That's what happens. Like I'll just say the numbers. Normally I have it go to 666, and I'll say that, and it drops to 666, the temperature wise, and it holds. I mean, it holds. And now to get the interaction on the other side of it, to go to the millimeter,
That's me.
the milligal side, they go to 0.1, 0.2, point. Oh, it is. And then get a yes on the Epic box. Oh, the Epoch box, I should say. That gets me so tickled. That's like opening up a Ferrari on Christmas Day for me.
So we can confirm now that there is a soldier in this house.
No.
Woo! So who then are we talking to?
No. So we met. Are we? This is the Joker, or are you just lying to us to throw us off again? Or are you just lying because you're a spy and that's what you're saying? Oh no, I'm not the soldier.
No.
No. Okay. Alrighty. No. Oh God.
Thank you.
And
So-
the point went back to 0.4 too.
You're not the soldier. You're not a spy.
Oh my male or male. Why'd I say male? What the hell, dude?
Millimeter?
I guess I've been saying male meter so much now. May, is this May we're talking to? Yes or no? I don't mean to sound loud, I'm sorry.
Watch him. He's getting antsy. Sure, go get him.
Who, Jeremiah?
No, but
Dalton?
Dalton.
Calm down there, Roscoe. Alright, so is this Cora that's in here? 0.0. Dead.
Devin wants us to ask how whoever we're speaking to feels about the results of the Civil War.
Ask away, Heather.
So we don't know who we're talking to. Were you alive during the Civil War? Garfield camped right here in this little town.
Time you got?
10:31.
So we all get to stay here till 11 and go down and hit the
Yeah.
parlor room downstairs?
Are you happy that the Union won?
So, I want to thank you for interacting with me just a minute ago, and I'm sorry I got all excited, but you get me all excited. Oh, yes.
Apparently it's okay with you getting excited, John.
0.6.
And it went to 0.6 over here, she said. So this thing likes me. That's good.
0.0 until you start talking.
0.7, 0.9. That's just 1.2, 1.5. Are you happy that I'm talking with you? 1.4. Can you make it go to 1.7 if you're happy talking with me? 1.4. Take it 1.7. It's holding at 1.4. 1.7. 1.2. 1.0. 0.8. I know I've asked a lot of you, and I'm sorry. Okay, that's all good. But that's a huge spot for me to talk to something. And it's like, yeah, like it's excited to talk. Or maybe it's excited that I even know that I think it's here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect it. So I want to try something that's a little bit different, okay? I know you're here. You can hear me. All right? I know you're here. I know you can hear me. But if you can please do one more thing for me, okay? The ball that's on the bed. Can you touch that ball and make it go to different colors? All you gotta do is just move it. It's on the doll. Okay?
Wiggle the doll's dress.
That's all you gotta do. Just wiggle the doll's dress. If you don't want to do that, there's a pink light that's over here. Touch it and it'll go to a different color. Okay? If you don't want to do it, just say no on the epic box. Just say no. Alright? Can you please do that for me? And I won't ask you anything else in this room. We'll just pack up and we'll leave. We'll go downstairs, okay?
Yes.
Yes.
God.
Thank you.
Dude.
Well,
Oh,
I guess we're going downstairs.
Going downstairs.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's impressive.
That is, okay. Oh, my God. Thank you so much for communicating with me in here.
Queen Sparkles wants to know if whoever's in this room is staying here to protect the house.
That's a very good question.
It is.
Is there anybody here, is there anyone staying here protecting this house? Are you here protecting it? Is that why you're still here?
That was me.
Because we're going to go downstairs, okay? So if you can tell us yes or no, is anybody here, is there someone staying here protecting this house? I want to start talking. I want you to watch this millimeter start going back up again probably. It's at 0.0 right now, correct? It's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me? Can you come back and touch this one more time? Rob, it's completely dead. I mean, it's just like it just left.
That's what happened
We
over
went on
there.
downstairs. It beat you down there.
It went on.
Yeah.
Oh, folks, I hope that you guys are being 0.3, 0.4,
There we go.
0.6. Here we go. 0.9, 0.8,
It really
0.7,
Realize it skipped 7.
0.5, 0.3, 0.2. Oh my God. The only thing I can say, folks, is this is legitimate paranormal activity that we're getting. If you want to experience this for yourself, 0.4, come down to the Stafford House here in Paintsville, Kentucky. 0.8, 1.1.
Oh, wow.
All right, well, I'm getting ready to go downstairs. Is that okay? Can you take it back to 0.0? 0.1 or 1.2?
Went the wrong way.
Yeah, I know. If you really want me to leave on this, you have to tell me on or 1.2.
Went the wrong way.
Yeah, I know. If you really want me to leave on this, you have to tell me on the mail. Take it to 0.0. I'm going back down. We'll go downstairs. I'm gonna leave you alone. Okay, 0.3, folks. 0.1. 0.0.
It says get out.
Oh, this is completely a total interaction with an entity.
You want me to bring your doll?
Yeah.
Anybody can disagree all they want. This is completely a total interaction with an entity.
You want me to bring your doll?
Yeah.
Anybody can disagree all they want to. That's totally fine. I get it. But there's nothing around these devices that's going to cause this to do this. Jeremiah is right here. He is the director of this place. Like I said, the director.
Oh, I was shooting over your head into the hallway.
But I'm not going to lie and
Oh, I was shooting over your head into the hallway.
but I'm not going to lie and cause anything to do this. It is. I wish we could have got on camera. I wish we could have got on camera. But you know what?
Right underneath.
And I want to sit by that chair that I always sit in because that's where we get some good shit. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, slow. It's so much good.
I just feel like
See, we got another doll in this room.
usually sits this on here.
I don't know where he wants this either, but we'll leave it there for now and he'll tell us where he wants it.
I'm gonna sit with your doll. That ain't my little twin though.
Oh, she is upstairs in the brown room.
Well, I wanted you to give your in deal and stuff, so.
This is where I sit and got that.
The brown room.
Well, I wanted you to give your in deal and stuff, so.
This is where I sit and got that.
I was gonna sit here, Heather.
You got your
Okay.
ring light, Rob?
You sit right here.
Can we go ahead and turn this off?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I did move your doll, by the way.
That's
earlier.
fine.
So if you saw it,
We're in the parlor room.
I'll sit her with
The
me.
recorder's still going.
I was so much better down here.
Got the ball sitting in the floor.
Sit there right here, Rob. I can see a little better. There you go. Thank you.
You got a chair.
Anybody still on there watching?
Yes.
Are you okay to hold that some more or no? Do you need to
Yeah, I'm
switch
good
out?
for right now.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'll,
can take it back now. I'm not nauseated anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't want to.
Me and
Thank
my
you,
girls are
Heather
hanging
G.
out.
she's hanging out with my babies.
Yep, I got the dolls.
Oh, do you want to put one with the ball on top of it?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, here.
Let's pick the bigger one.
Sure.
Come on, pretty girl.
Oh, she lost something. Oh no, that was this. Never mind. It was my phone. I thought she lost a body part.
Well, the Paralight is the.
Devin said he loves your and Rob's hats.
Thank you. Oh yeah, Portal 31 over in Lynch, Kentucky. You need to go there and do a.
That's my next
um,
stop, Devin. I want to come over there.
You need to do a. Lynch, Kentucky. You need to go there and do a.
That's my next stop, Devin. I want to come over there.
You need to do a.
Mine tour.
Yeah, do the mine tour. Check out Devin and Nick. They're great. They're great freaking people. And check that place out and just take in all the history and just realize what these miners sacrificed back in the day to dig that black gold, as I call it, because they really suffered and they got paid nothing and they really went through hell to support their families. I mean,
Such
they,
a dangerous job. It's still dangerous. But it
it's
was even
very
more
dangerous.
back then.
Yeah, I mean, I have a much better appreciation and love for the miners and what they did back in the day. And there are some spots in that mine you can turn your light off and you can't see the hand in front of your face. There's a video on our TikTok page. You can go watch it, and I turn out the light and you see all the blackness. And Devin's right in front of me. You can't even see Devin in front of me at all. So I have a very
He said he would love to have you all.
I have a better appreciation for every miner that has worked in there. And we were under there. We was under one spot where we had to duck a few times, weren't we, Robert?
Yep.
I couldn't imagine working 12-hour, 14-hour shifts bent over like that. No way. So anyway, we're in the, this is the parlor room, Jeremiah?
yeah, the family parlor room, yeah.
Okay.
Got a couple of dresses on display in here.
One is mine. Sorry.
What is the,
Got a couple of dresses on display in here.
One is mine. Sorry.
what is the original wedding dress and the other one is a child's dress?
This place, or this room, I'm sorry folks, this room here is notorious for cold spots. Very quick, sudden drops in temperature to cold spots. We caught a mist over here in the right hand corner. We went back and took several photos just to verify to make sure it was nothing camera related. It is not. That'll be posted soon. We've had faint smells of sweet perfume. I don't know what type of smell, but it was sweet. I have sat here in this spot and smelled tobacco. Strong tobacco smell just go right past me for about 5 seconds and it's gone. The motion sensor has went off over there before. Do we have the motion sensor out there, Rob? We can grab
No, we only put the one down upstairs.
Can we grab it up there? Can somebody go upstairs and grab that motion sensor? You don't have to.
Well, where's the other one at? Is it in your bag?
Yes. Yeah.
I'll just grab the.
So we're gonna grab that motion sensor. You don't have to.
Well, where's the other one at? Is it in your bag?
Yes. Yeah.
I'll just grab the.
So we're gonna grab another motion
Yeah,
sensor.
see
We're
if
gonna
that
put it
door's
right
open.
there.
I was gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna check the cabinet.
Oh, Pantry door.
So we're gonna grab another motion
Yeah,
sensor.
see
We're
if
gonna
that
put it
door's
right
open. I
there.
was gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna check the cabinet.
Oh, that pantry door. Okay.
So we're gonna grab another motion
Yeah,
sensor.
see
We're
if
gonna
that
put it
door's
right
open.
there.
I was gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna check the cabinet.
Oh, that pantry door. Okay.
So this will tell if something is with me or is here again. What happened? Here again. What happened?
It fell. We're just.
And a very nice chandelier.
Yeah, the
I don't think
chandelier's
it's in the
beautiful.
dresses.
Yeah,
Yeah, I showed the dress.
when we first came in from outside,
Okay.
because I had never seen this dress. 'Cause it's always dark.
Am I running wave?
Came in from outside,
Okay.
because I had never seen this dress. 'Cause it's always dark.
Am I running a rave party
I
here?
know the
Oh,
picture of that.
Oh, we did not. Can I zoom on that?
Zoom.
Oh, I
Okay,
can.
watch out for plug eyes.
Pantry door still shut.
Okay, good.
But we did get it on video earlier. If nobody didn't touch that door, it
He
did
says
open.
yes, he says yes. He said yes.
Debit box said yes,
Yes.
Hmm.
and you missed it.
I was looking at the picture. John.
Heather.
Will you open the pantry door? That is the family photo right here for Cobb.
Mhm. That's what I was getting.
And yeah.
Pantry door still shut. Motion sensor has been set up in front of the front door and then back down the hallway.
I'll let her take a break, and then we can switch out so that way she can get everything where it's closer to the right view. So I'm gonna let Heather start off over here. Heather number 2. See if you'll respond to her. So I'm gonna let Heather start off over here. Heather number 2. See if you'll respond to her. Go ahead.
Oh, let me think of what we want to ask.
Anybody's hanging out in the hallway, feel free to join us. We got an open seat.
Yeah, you can come sit right beside of me in this nice little pink chair. And as always, there is a cat ball on my doll on the floor.
Whoa, did you hear
I
that?
heard that.
Holy crap, dude.
That wasn't anybody.
On my doll on the floor.
Whoa, did you hear
I
that?
heard that.
Holy crap, dude.
That wasn't anybody outside, was it?
I don't think it was.
No,
Probably
that
the
was
closet.
right here between me and Heather.
Anybody outside, was it?
I don't think it was.
No,
Probably
that
the
was
closet.
right here between me and Heather.
In the other chair. I forgot there was a chair there.
Yep.
Oh, seriously? Oh, man, no, that was right between me and her.
Oh.
Yeah, see, there's a chair.
Sure enough.
Holy shit.
Shoot.
Well, we're not on the other one right now.
I
so
tried.
good,
I'm just
right?
aggravating you.
It said no?
Said no.
Okay, so if it wasn't anybody sitting in the chair, is it somebody that come in?
It was a pantry door, I bet.
No, that wasn't a pantry door. That was right here with me and you.
I even heard that. It sounded like feminine or girlish.
Pantry door. That was right here with me and you.
I even heard that. It sounded like feminine or girlish sound.
And I even said we'll find out if there's something here with.
Or girlish sound.
And I even said we'll find out if there's something here with.
With us? I hear a dog barking outside.
Yeah.
No, that's coming
And
from
people.
over there.
Yeah.
It's Fido outside.
For people who are watching that isn't familiar with Paintsville, there.
That's coming
And
from
people.
over there.
Yeah.
It's Fido outside.
For people who are watching that isn't familiar with Paintsville, there's an apartment complex right across the street from us.
But we've been here for so long, we know what is the normal sounds compared to what we hear in here.
Mm-hmm. Like the highway road noise, the cars going across the bridge, so you get the distinctive 2 thumps.
We
right
didn't
back
hear
to
that tonight.
We did a couple times.
Yeah,
Okay.
I heard it a few times.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as usual.
Oh.
Now, John, you know you're not supposed to whistle at night.
Oh, that is right, because maybe it was something whistling outside that wanted to come in.
Maybe.
Why are y'all supposed to whistle at?
You invite evil in. Am I right?
Yeah, not bad spirits.
Well, we don't want those.
No. I
Jeremiah
still
says
think
no.
that plays into the servants of saying it's okay. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I should keep my mouth shut. I don't know. That's a very good point, Heather. Wow.
You know, we've talked a lot tonight about the family being here and the soldier, but we've never talked about a servant. Is there a farmhand or a servant with us tonight? Yes or no?
This is a question you might know. Did the Staffords own slaves?
Depending on who you talk to, there's some will say yes.
I know that there are the records of, slave owners in Johnson County.
Yeah.
I don't remember if the Staffords were ever on that list.
There's no historical evidence that would support that they actually owned slaves. Now, they had tons
Rob,
of farmhands.
Be careful, I move that box over
And
there.
they had,
I'll move it, I'll
would
move it.
have servants here in the
I'm right
house.
next to
They
you.
had at
All
least
right,
one.
I mean, I was
all
gonna do
the
it, all
time.
right.
I mean, that makes sense. This was a big house.
Right, this is a big house, and the one that they would have here would help with the daily chores of the lady of the house, cooking, cleaning, laundry.
Look, dude, that is on dead. 0.0.
That's what I was getting ready to say whenever.
All right, so if there's anybody,
I was getting ready to ask something. Might have heard me.
no, I was smelling. I don't know if that's the. That might be you when you said no.
Okay.
I was getting ready to say about the smell, like a sweet smell, but I think it might have been.
Well, what I was going to ask was relating to the question about servants here.
No.
Okay. I'm in.
This is the no room, pretty much. This is the no room.
So are there just no servants here tonight? Or are we not allowed to talk about the servants?
Dalton, did you get a yes while ago?
On what?
The pantry door.
No, yeah, on the Epic box.
No, I didn't answer.
Okay. So is there no servants here?
What I'm wanting to know is why did Devin and Jack feel that severe sadness up there in the service quarters? That severe sadness up there in the service quarters.
It's a good question.
Sadness up there in the service quarters.
It's a good question.
This is a safe place. You can answer. This is a safe place. You can answer.
We're all just here to talk. No judgment.
Your story is just as important as the Stafford family's story.
Sorry, folks, it's a little dark in here. We try to get some lighting in here, but we're trying. There you go.
All you gotta do is say, crank it up.
Crank it up. Hello, everybody who's out there watching our live stream. We are here at the Historic Stafford House in Paintsville, Kentucky. For
Yes.
yes. Okay.
What was that a yes to? Her question or mine?
Well, he is, because he was talking about we are here at the
Here's the
Stafford
second
house.
house.
Well, what was it before that? That was,
Yeah, what'd you ask?
Well, I think she just followed up with my question.
Yeah.
What was it about?
Were they mean to you?
And then I reassured that this is a safe place that they can talk and that their story is as important as the family's
So
story.
we'll go with that. They answered that then, because
So yes,
my
they
yeah.
were mean to you?
Oh God.
Trying to fix her little dress that's trying to come on.
I don't know. It could have just been so many questions in there that we don't know. But if it, like Robert said, if it don't answer like in 30 seconds,
No.
okay. All right, no.
It don't like you. It just
It,
says
it
no
just
to you.
it just says no to me. Like all the girls when I try to ask, they just go grab a burger or something. They all say
I knew
no.
that's where he was going with that.
Yeah, I
Did you
know.
enjoy being here? Yes or no?
Not too many questions. We know, Devin. Can you answer this again for us, just to be so that way we clear on it? Were they mean to you here as a servant? Oh, you're good, Devin. It's all right. We love you, buddy. It's all right. Ask your question again, Heather.
I didn't really ask a question, but I'll word it differently.
Okay.
If you're a servant in this house, do you want us to find your name and tell your story?
Just a little bit, and that's still on 0.3.4. Okay, never mind. Hang on, let me go back. I'm sorry. I got a little excited. Hang on.
Yeah, you gotta watch them phones getting close.
So that's 0.0.
Yeah, you gotta watch them phones getting close.
So that's 0.0. Yeah,
you gotta watch them phones getting close.
so that's 0.0.
It's over in the corner there.
The little girl's dress?
Yep. Is that special to somebody here in the house?
Did you wear that dress? Did you wear that dress? Did you wear that dress, Cora?
Excuse me. I heard a noise out there, but I think it's the vehicles going by.
Yeah, and here that's more than likely that's exactly what it is.
Is there anybody that
More than likely that's exactly what it is.
Is there anybody that's attached to that dress currently?
That's a dress up in that shadow box.
Yeah, it was a wedding dress.
I want everybody just to see that. Then we have a dress back here. And that's the family painting up there.
I mean, I guess depending on when the dress was made, it could have been a boy wearing the dress too.
Yeah.
For the longest time throughout history, little boys wore gowns. And the only way you could distinguish boy or girl was how they parted their hair.
That's very interesting. I did not know that.
Girls were straight in the middle, boys was to the side.
Mm-hmm. But if you look at the picture, the dress is in
No.
the picture.
No?
What it said.
Oh, it said no? So it was the little girl.
Yeah. That looks
No.
no.
So
Is
the
it
boy?
okay? So we're getting confused here. Is this Cora that's in this photo over here? Because it looks like it's Cora. Heather can verify that. Does that look like Cora?
That looks like the same child from upstairs.
Is this you, Cora, that's in this photo? Yes or no? Can you touch the ball that's laying here on the dress, on this little doll for us? Can you touch that ball? We brought these dolls that's throughout the house so that way you can play with them, interact with us.
That's what I've done. I've been sitting here playing with her. She's done touchdowns and my friend.
Sometimes they just don't interact on cue, and sometimes when you go from one room to another room, it totally changes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this feels completely different than upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah. That upstairs was amazing.
So here's a question: if Cora or any other little girls that might be around, which do you like more, Cora or any other little girls that might be around? Which do you like more, dolls or?
It's me scratching. It's me scratching.
Excuse me.
Keep seeing our shadows move back on the window. Got used to that blind being down.
Mm-hmm. Is the Civil War soldier here with us, Paul? Is the Civil War soldier here with us, possibly? People say that they see you. Are you spying on somebody here?
Well, I hate to leave good company.
Dalton is getting very scared. It's almost
My bedtime.
past his bedtime.
It is coming up on 11.
I gotta get the baby and the woman.
Okay, that's fine.
It was nice to meet you.
You too.
We have just an hour left, folks. We're gonna stay in this room because we get a little activity in this room. We may go somewhere else possibly,
Be careful.
but we normally get a lot of activity in this room. But it just feels off in here, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got a different feel than it had previously.
We normally get a lot of activity in this room, but it just feels off in here, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got a different feel than it had previously.
We normally get a lot of activity in this room, but it just feels off in here, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got a different feel than it had previously.
We normally get a lot of activity in this room, but it just feels off in here, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got a different feel than it had previously.
You know, maybe the soldier was in the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got a different feel than it had previously.
You know, maybe the soldier was in the spot. Maybe the staff were the spot. to be spies.
They make noise.
It's all right. Did they put you in the well? I'm just asking. I know. It came through on our spirit. Well, that's what we were told. So I'm just running with it. That's Heather.
What was it? Violent death and water?
Violent death, water. No, yeah, brutal death.
Brutal death, yeah.
Put the creek right there. So
Now, see, I always heard that the person was buried under the porch.
Possibly. Is there a body underneath this porch? Yes or no? Do you want to hold this for a little bit?
So let's try this again. I want to try this in this room. If you can hear my voice, I know you can. Come on down here, okay? Come on in this room with me, whoever can hear me. This device that has the bright red screen here, it's got a blue antenna on it. If you touch that, it
It's probably picked her up.
probably.
Yeah. I thought I can get a better angle of you
Okay.
from here.
If you touch this blue antenna, it'll let me know that you're here, okay? And it tells me that by numbers. So right now it's at 0.0. Can you take it to 0.4? Come on in here. I know you can do it. I know you're here. I want you to prove to everybody again that there is somebody here in this room with me too, okay? 0.1. Take it to 0.4. And again, if you'd like to use my energy from it to do it, that's fine. Take it to 0.4. It's me coughing. 0.4.
I heard it too.
What was
I
it?
seen you looking. I don't know.
No, I'm just listening.
It went like.
It went to 0.1 and it shut off and went back down to 0, 0. Can you make it go to 0.2 at least for me? Can you make it go to 0.2? The number 2. All that you have to do is touch that little blue antenna that's on the end of it. This device in front of me that has the red light, the red screen on the front, can you touch that and make it go to 0.2? I know you can do it. I know you're here.
I just got chips.
0.1 over here on the tri-field with that's normal, that bounces all the time. It only fluctuated one time, man, and it sat there forever on 0.0.
Well, I'm not feeling like it was here before the last few times we've been here.
Me either. No, it just feels
It had a certain darkness to it
Yeah.
that seemed deeper, and well, obviously we got a light going right now, but
Turn it off. Folks, we're going to try something right fast. I keep looking over here. We're going to try something right fast. We're going to turn this light off just to see if it does make a difference. Because this is normally what we do. This is normally how we do this. This is complete pitch black darkness. So now, if you're more comfortable, you can come touch this blue antenna that's on this red device. It's got, well, not the red device, but it's got the red screen. It's on 0.0 right now. Can you take it to 0.2 for me? All you gotta do is touch it. That lets me know that you're here. And come on in here if you can hear my voice, okay? Come on in here. I know you took it to 0.1 just a minute ago. But can you take it to 0.2? That's me yawning. Alright, I tell you what. If you don't want to do that, there's a little motion device outside that will light up. It'll be a bright light out here in the hallway. Can you go by that and make it come on? Still nothing on this. I honestly think that room upstairs was on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something we have never experienced in that room. It seems like every room you can turn the light back on now, Rob. It seems like every room, almost every room, just turn it down the brightness. There you go. It just seems like to me, and this is just my opinion only, every room is different, and every room, the blue room, man, tonight has been absolutely insane. That's, normally it's the brown room upstairs. Tonight it's the blue room to shine. And normally it's this room. Now it's just, I feel like just sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
I was that way upstairs.
I'm that way over here, but I don't know if it's because I'm actually tired,
Right.
or if it's just because I feel fine otherwise.
I think what we'll do, what time is it right now?
11:08.
11:08. We'll probably get about 11:30, guys, and we'll probably just wrap up and go because unless you want to try another room, but I honestly feel like.
Well, we could try the first room we were in maybe one more time before
We didn't spend too much time there.
Yeah.
It wasn't feeling like it usually does, so maybe we give it a second chance tonight.
You want to head on up there now?
If y'all want to, we can.
I feel absolutely nothing. I feel like it's just absolutely.
It definitely feels different in here than it has.
It does.
It's a lot more peaceful. It doesn't. I'm not feeling the coolness like has been
I got
typically in
cool
here.
ago, but I don't know if it's just me or.
There was a couple nights it was absolutely freezing in here.
Oh yeah, Lord, yeah.
Granted,
All right,
it's
folks.
a warmer night.
We are going to move
Thank
upstairs
you.
back to the brown room. Follow us as we go up on our journey, and then after that, we'll see what we get up there.
Grab that.
Yeah.
The motion sensor going off because that's me. Here we go back up to the Death Society.
Oh. You got an angle away. I was just getting a shot of your butt going up the steps. I'm sure everyone wants to see that.
Am I hanging your ass?
Oh, goodness.
This has been active tonight. It never fails. Right there.
I'll set this down for a second.
There. Jeremiah, put that millimeter right there. Thank you, sir.
Epic box here.
Yeah.
On bed.
Oh.
I hope that ball goes off, man, because how many we got in there right now?
2.
want me to ask a question or anything?
No.
Excuse me.
I know, I just checked it before we came up.
We're back in the brown room.
Y'all let it look like it's gonna be a big snowstorm or something like that.
I won't set my usual spot.
Heather 1 is going back to her favorite spot.
It's my usual.
I'm getting nauseated.
Uh-oh.
It feels like I want to throw up. I was nothing like this down there.
That's why it was over there. It feels cooler in here,
I
though.
think it does. I feel like I want to throw up.
Is there somebody in this room that's making John sick?
What's me? Is this the kids' room? Was this part of your room, possibly? It breaks.
Hmm?
It breaks. Somebody outside.
We brought you a couple of dolls over here on the bed to have a look at, play with. If you're interested, come on in and have a look. Feel free to play with them. Me coughing.
I heard that.
Did you hear the 2 knocks?
Mm-hmm.
Sure it wasn't mine.
No.
No,
that
it was
wasn't
before you
yours.
moved your chair.
That was over here.
Okay.
Yeah, it was over this way. And it didn't sound like it was downstairs, though.
If that was you, can you make that again? Can you do this for me, please? There was one.
What's your numbers on the, I can't see the numbers, but it looks like it's changing. Is it not?
The tri-film meter, it's going to fluctuate.
Okay.
This is still at 0.0.
Is it? See, from here, it looks like it's changing.
It's not, no. But I heard those knocks. 2 knocks.
Is somebody trying to get our attention downstairs?
Can you finish this possibly? I don't know if you ever heard of this or not, but maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But can you finish this for me?
Voice
No.
says no.
No, okay. Did you get that on there? Good deal. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I didn't know if you knew it or not. That's all good.
If you were going to finish what he did, how would you respond?
Sorry, that was me.
Definitely not that way. Because your stomach.
I just took a drink downstairs.
What kind of drink, ma'am? You're not supposed to be drinking on these things.
Diet Coke.
Habit forming and addictive. Better be careful.
Yeah, I know.
Is there anything you would like to say to anybody that's here right now?
knock downstairs again.
Someone trying to get our attention downstairs.
To split us up.
Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. Thank you.
That was me.
All right. So you've heard me ask this previously and before. Is there? Can you go to any one of these rooms? No. Okay. All right. All right then. Okay. Man, no. No. No.
And that was
no,
a
no.
very quick
Quick
no.
no.
So if you don't want to go to any of the other rooms, use the equipment in here. The dolls are over there. You can pick them up and play with them. You've got the devices in front of John.
I will let you know that if you pick one of those dolls up, I will probably just fall over, like right where I stand.
Did you hear that?
I did.
Like
That's
you
a
will see
man
me be
voice.
dramatic.
That come from downstairs.
If you just move one of those dolls enough to make that ball light up, you will make my whole night.
Yeah, if you can make that ball go off that's on the bed, change colors, just touch it, we'll leave. We will pack up, we will leave right now. And we won't come back for a very long time.
Well, we did kind of promise it at a sleepover at some point.
We did.
At some point. That could be in 2028 for all we know.
When John gets corporate sponsorship.
That's right.
That's a good question. Do you know what year it is?
How do you feel about the United States of America possibly having a woman president in the next few weeks? Would you be happy with that, yes or no?
Can I answer for it?
Do you think that would be a good thing? Yes or no? Do you think it would be a bad thing?
Well, I asked you a question about the cemetery.
Okay.
Cemetery's recently been cleared off, and people are going to visit the cemetery again. Do you enjoy having visitors on the hill? Yes or no?
Are you not buried on the hill?
Are you still alive?
Do you know that you have passed away?
this is addressed to anybody who might be in the house right now besides us. I seem to have left something in another room. Do you know what room it's in? It's a black rectangle. It's my phone. I don't have it surgically implanted into my head, so I accidentally left it behind. Do you know what room it's in?
Maybe there's just no one with us.
You know what? They're probably still out trick-or-treating.
Maybe.
I don't reckon they gotta abide by no curfews.
Would you like to have your land back, your property?
Is that somebody's stomach?
No.
That's why I looked at you all. It wasn't mine.
I swear I just thought I heard something to my left. Anybody out in the hallway?
I think it's outside.
I mean, that's a truck that's out. That went a while ago.
No. It was like, that was me.
Yeah, that was Heather. All right, so my last question for you. Again, I know you're here. I know you can hear me. But can you do something to let us know that we can hear you? Can you make a loud noise? Can you open up the cabinet door downstairs? Can you slam one of the other doors? Can you do something like that possibly?
Knock the blue box over.
Knock this blue box over. I mean, something loud and specifically, well, we know that was you and nothing outside. Can you please do that possibly? Loud enough that we can hear it.
That was my belly.
Try throwing that little piece of candy at me or John.
This room feels completely yellow too.
Mm-hmm.
We've not given it as much time to recover as we had previously. We had a whole other day.
That's true.
Plus, it's Halloween night. Plus, there's a weather system moving in. And whenever rain is in the equation, it's either
Hit or
on
miss,
or off
yeah.
with us. We don't seem to have a middle ground.
I mean, we've had some amazing activity though. From just what we're doing, folks, and what we're asking takes a lot of energy for these spirits to communicate and do what they do. Again, I've said this like a broken record over and over
No.
and over. No.
Then why won't you talk to us? If it doesn't take a lot of energy, move the ball over there on the dolls. Or light up the box green.
My stomach is still upset. All I did was come from downstairs up to here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Come on, if it doesn't take a lot of energy, do something showy for us. We'd love it.
I think you can do it, and I know you can do it. It's just you don't want to do it, and that's fine.
Do you not want to do it for camera? Are you bashful? That's understandable. I'm bashful.
Is it because Jeremiah is here?
My ankle popping.
What time is it?
11:25.
Would you like us to leave? Like actually actually out of the house, like leave. I mean, if you can make one of these devices go off or make a really, really loud noise that we know that it's you, we will do so. If not, we're just gonna stay here all night long.
I got blankets in the car. We'll sleep here.
Mm-hmm.
And warning, I snore.
That's me yawning. Coming from that room, this millimeter, not temperature, but the gas, it's only went to 0.1, and that was downstairs, and that's it. It's not moved anything off of 0.0. That's absolutely mind blowing. To get that, what we had over there, to respond to what I was asking, to this, to nothing now, that's like that's a lot to ask of an entity. That is a lot.
Or not, apparently, from what it said earlier.
That's true.
But then it doesn't want to do anything for us.
Yeah.
Right.
It wants to say no, but it doesn't want to prove that it's a no.
I think.
And I understand that.
I think that we're dealing with something that's very intelligent. It knows what it's doing.
Would you like one of us to leave the room and go somewhere else alone in the house?
He can go try to find his phone.
How many we got in there now? 2. Folks, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat room. We're the box there. We'll answer them. Nothing on the millimeter. It's holding at 73.3. Tri-field's fluctuating back forward 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. Now it's 0.2. Nothing on the millimeter, 0.0. It's dead. If you're still here with us, on this device, it's got the red light on it, the red screen. Can you touch that blue antenna and just take it to 0.1 to let me know that you're still here? All you have to do is just touch it. 0.1.
So there's something still here with us.
Dude!
Well, someone.
Well, 0.1 I don't count as a massive sign. I mean,
But I asked to go to 0.1.
still, it's a 0.1 increase. That's barely a fluctuation.
But it hasn't been to anything since we've been here or downstairs.
He's not impressed with you. Do something to impress him.
You're going to have to get it up higher than that. Get it up to at least 0.4.
Okay, let's go to 0.4. Touch the blue antenna. If you take the 0.4, I'll load up and we'll leave.
Or how about you try slamming one of these doors shut for us?
That one over there.
That one over. You don't want your door shut?
I don't care. I'm just kidding.
Or if you can't do that, how about you open up that pantry door in the kitchen downstairs like someone's been doing?
Yes, please do so.
I've been listening for it.
We think we got it on camera earlier. Open it up again. Or open it up. That's what Robert said. We think we do.
Hopefully we did.
We're going to leave here very shortly.
What's the temperature?
73.2.
It don't feel that warm.
Oh, I'm burning up.
Are you really?
I'm
cold?
sweating.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a far cry from what it was before. It's dropped 3 or 4 degrees.
But I'm like her, I'm hot.
We'll get out here in just a few minutes, man. We'll go down, we'll get out here, take a break. We go down and grab something to eat real quick and get out of here. You want to call it?
I don't know. Definitely a different feel tonight.
It is.
Oh,
No.
no. So you don't want us to leave?
Yeah, we need to know definitely. Do you want us to go? Yes or no?
We don't mind staying, but you're gonna have to talk to us a little bit more.
I call this the no room.
I'm gonna sit down.
Great.
My feet are tired. Now watch the ball will start going off now that I'm sitting. Can't get a good angle of it.
Probably. That's what normally happens. Or the power light will start going off. All right, this is your time. We're waiting on you. We're on your time. Don't you have to get up early in the morning? Don't you have to go tend to the chickens, the cows, this property? Do you have to start doing all that stuff?
I used to own chickens. They'd start crowing at like 5 a.m.
She had goats.
My neighbor has.
I still have some goats.
Oh, buddy.
Sometimes they escape their pen and wake me up by knocking on my door.
That's hilarious. Mommy.
It's food time. Did you have goats here? I think I remember reading that there was a sawmill on the property.
There was.
They had like everything that you could imagine on this farm.
Really? So you had a lot of workers here, correct? Yes or no? Sound like a knock.
I'm going to ask a question that it might not know the answer to. But we're fairly close to Southside from here. And there's a rumor that the Conley family of Southside buried all of their silverware, silver coins, anything they had of value in their backyard at the start of the Civil War. And it was never found. Do you know where it's buried?
.1.
I gotta hit .4 to make me believe it. What was the temperature at?
73.2.
So, how about this? Since you've done it in this room before, can you drop the temperature to 72.5?
73.1.
72.5. Draw that energy out of the temperature in the air here, out of the warp. Make it cold. 72.5.
Would you go back and change anything possibly? Cora, come on in here. There's a lot of rumors floating around. And I want to ask and see if this is true or not, possibly, if you can answer this.
But was there a servant that got pregnant?
I mean, that could be the scandal that they didn't want talked about.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
That could also be why Thomas got murdered.
Ankle's popping again.
Did the baby die?